Yo, what's good, everybody? It's the Storm Podcast, episode 69. I'm your host, Malcolm. I'm here with the guys.
What?
Hey, I decided to switch it up. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
You know what? I
fucked up the flow?
Yeah, it threw me off for a second.
my bad.
C-Twin, go for the win.
Gang.
It's your boy Big Goof.
What up?
What's good, everybody? It's Vermilion, day 2 in the spotlight.
This nigga loves being on camera, man.
Shit, man, it's a different feeling. It
Nigga's
really
excited.
is.
You get any good feedback last week from being on the camera?
Yeah. A lot of people like the energy that I was bringing. Even
Really?
though I don't bring it. Yeah.
Even though I wasn't one of them, but I mean,
Oh, well.
if the listeners liked it, they liked it.
Yeah, biggest hater.
Thank you, listeners.
Hey, man. Yes, I am your biggest hater.
Yeah, I know.
But
I
that
know.
makes you better.
No.
It don't make you better?
I don't agree.
No.
You wouldn't be better if I wasn't hating on you?
Yes.
I think
would be
I get
able to
better from
sleep
your hate.
stress-free.
I think I get better from
No,
your hate.
but that's what gets you up in the morning, though. You be like, nah, I can't let this nigga call me trash.
Hey, man. Your hate keeps me like on my P's and Q's.
My hate? Nigga,
Yes.
I do not hate on niggas at all, bro.
No.
What?
Oh my God, this nigga always wants to be the victim.
Evidence. Where is it?
That's cap.
What?
That's cap, dog.
I'm saying.
So I'm being ousted
No,
by
both
my
of-
own
both of-
crew?
You and
No,
Malcolm are like
both of
cat
you-
and dog.
I'm
Literally
saying.
charge at each other all the time.
Exactly.
I'm not equal to this.
Nigga,
monster.
No,
Not
he
this
comes
monster.
at you way heavier, bro.
Thank
Like,
Malcolm
But
could
you
do some
come at
sick
him.
shit like on point. You'll be like, that's alright.
Bro, I'm saying. Like, nigga will never give me props ever.
Oh,
Like, it
wow.
don't matter what
Wow.
I do, nigga will never be like, wow, that was impressive, Malcolm. Be like, oh, okay. Like, damn, nigga.
But that's not hate, though.
But you also, in addition to that, hate. Like, if I.
Oh, my God.
if some shit was whack, you would let him know, though. That's you're the real homie. That's what
Bruh.
That's what it comes down to. You'd be like, yo, that shit is trash.
I'm always
I'll
on my
take that.
P's and Q's around Thomas because if I'm on my, I don't know, S's and T's, like,
Damn.
you gonna be on my neck. Like, niggas gonna be at the throat. So, nah.
You gonna diss the whole first and last letter of my name like that?
I guess.
All
but
right.
I- what?
Never mind.
What? All right, so for those who don't know, which is pretty much everybody, we're doing this podcast at night for once, which has been a different energy. Niggas have definitely come at the podcast with different energy. Niggas is feeling different, man. But I'm liking it. I feel like y'all niggas is acting a little silly, but it's whatever. Niggas is still in the swing of things. Not to mention, I'm actually proud of you guys because I said episode 69 and nobody chuckled or laughed, which was pretty impressive.
I forgot. Fuck.
I didn't hear you.
Damn it.
I was wondering. I was like,
my
wow.
only shot.
I was like, these niggas actually like kept it 100. Like, niggas did
I
not
gotta wait
chuckle.
for episode 6,900. Like, I have to wait
Start it
for
over,
so
bro.
long.
Episode
we could start it
6,900 and what?
nah,
69.
169. You can laugh.
Nah.
It's not
No,
the
I
same.
Yeah,
need
that's
I
why.
need 69. I
Damn.
need both.
You could do 696.
Okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that's
No, but
969.
But I just fucked up the one shot I have though.
Well,
That hurts.
sorry guys.
If
Got
you
it.
want, we can
Sorry,
start
future
counting
me.
backwards.
Even still, we go to 68.
Yeah.
Well, then eventually
over
we'd
with.
be back to like negative 69.
Yeah, no.
Which would probably be
Alright.
faster, I guess. All right, whatever. Anyway.
Well, that would be the same as going up to 169.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true, actually.
Yeah, but that we can talk about that later.
He's the dumbest.
So
Hey, man. It's nighttime.
it's late.
Niggas is a little tired, but I think this is better energy. I'm fucking with the different energy for one, so you know what it is. But let's see. Fuck was I on this week? I don't even really know. This week, I did a lot of shit on my shirt business. Was getting shit done. Didn't really go to work, which was decent. Fuck work. Oh, I went to the drive-in movie with my girlfriend. That was pretty lit. My girlfriend is very extra and very over the top. So she like went above and beyond. If anybody saw my Snapchat or my TikTok,
That sounds lovely.
yeah, it was fun.
That
It was very
sounds
fun.
lovely.
She has an SUV. She got an air mattress, like
Damn.
pillows,
Gas.
hella snacks, lights. Like shit was different. It was definitely some different energy for the drive-in. It was fun. I
Where
fucked
do
with
they
it.
have a drive-in?
We had to drive far. It was like we used to go to a theater called Cascade, which was like 30 minutes away, but they closed down right before Corona. Like they took the biggest L of 20. If they would have just hung on like 2 more months, they would have had a huge influx of cash. But they shut down like right before Corona, so we had to drive.
They make money off snacks, right?
I mean, they make money off niggas paying to go, but they also have concessions. But like most people bring their own food. At least we do. We bring our own shit because like it's a drive-in and they can't tell you no. But they normally just charge for your car, like per person or per. So we actually ended up going an hour to a place called McHenry, which was decent. On Tuesdays they have a special where you pay just for the car. Normally you pay per person. We went on a Tuesday, so we just paid like for the car, which is the same price as you pay for one person. So cheap. It was fun, bro. I felt bad for everybody in a pickup truck because it started raining.
Oh my god!
And then the wind picked up, and it was like gravel, but like kind of sandy, and the wind and dust just started hitting motherfuckers.
Oh my god!
I was like, damn. Like I feel bad for all these pickup truck motherfuckers. They out of luck.
How many people were there?
It was. So they can't have max capacity right now because of Corona. So they can fit 700 cars.
Damn.
But they're only doing half, so they're only doing like 400 or some shit like that. And it was probably close to capacity. It was probably nearly 400 cars.
So was it an accurate depiction of risky reels from Fortnite, or is it not?
Close. It's pretty close.
How's the audio? Like, can you hear the movie like decent?
That's always what I've wondered,
Yeah.
bro.
So there are a couple different ways.
I feel so uncultured.
Yeah.
I didn't know
learning
because I
too.
went to the drive-in first. Actually, we've been going for like 2 years, but like whatever. So there's two things. There are little like radio boxes or whatever that you can hang on your window that like are next to each spot, and you hang it on your window and it plays the audio in. Or because it's the modern age, now they just play it on a radio station. So you just turn your car to that station and the audio just plays through the regular car, just like if you play music.
That's sick. So they just have a big
That's
FM
raw.
transmitter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's basically what it is. It's just an FM transmitter. So we don't use the little radio box or whatever, I guess. There's really no need to.
Yeah.
Like we just
yeah,
play
no
it
matter
from the
what car you're in either.
Yeah. So you just play it from the car. Listen, they showed the Jungle Book, the live action version, and Deadpool. So yeah, it was decent.
Man, you just put a great idea for a great date, man.
That we've been going as a date for a minute,
I might use
bruh. And it was so nice. Like anybody who saw my Snapchat and stuff, like it looked really good.
No, that shit looked amazing,
Bro, so I'm like, damn, like this shit is about to go viral on TikTok. Man, I made a TikTok and that bitch got like 150 plays.
Damn.
I'm like, damn, motherfuckers not fucking with it. Like,
Damn.
I was sure that shit was gonna go viral. I was sure that bitch was gonna get like 40,000. But like, I guess all my TikTok content is like anime shit. So I'm pretty sure that algorithms like probably pushed it to anime niggas, and they was looking at that bitch like, and like, can you do another JoJo pose? Like, come on now, fuck is you doing? So yeah, it was a great time though. I had a lot of fun. She went above and beyond on the snacks, like drink. She got the watermelon Arizona.
It was too many snacks, or
yeah, I didn't eat all of them. There were a lot of
so it was
snacks.
gas.
Yeah, like she got me a watermelon Arizona, which already slaps. Like that's already
For
the dub
sure.
right there.
Right.
Some Mike and Ike's, which goes stupid. Some limon lays, which goes stupid. Limon lays.
Lemon
The
lays.
line.
No, they're
Lime
lime.
lays.
Yeah, uncultured swine. Nah, but
Wow.
Shit.
what else you get? Some more like sour shit, and then before that we went to Culver, so it was fun. But the thing is, if you're gonna go, you have to go early because it sells out pretty fast, especially on Tuesdays. And the box office opens at like 6:30, and if you're not there like early, you're not getting a ticket. You can't buy tickets online. So if you try to pull up, because the movies don't start till 9. So if you try to pull up at like 8, you're not getting a ticket. It's cooked for you. So we got there at like 6, just kicked in the car, set up. We're just, just having a fun time. Like,
It sounds like it was a good ass time.
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I definitely had a good night. It was lit.
Fuck with it.
Yeah. So, how was y'all weeks? Y'all do anything as fun as
Not as fun as that.
an over-the-top drive-in movie?
I went to a bar yesterday and hung out with all of my girlfriend's friends and her
Fun.
sister. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I've actually been seeing her sister more often, so like her sister's pretty cool.
How old is
Her
your sister?
I think her sister's 24.
Oh, so she's older. Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
So it's literally like, it's like meeting an older version of Brittany. That's pretty cool.
Interesting. That's fun.
Yeah.
Gang, gang. What about you guys? Boys behind the camera.
Shit, bro.
Boy behind the camera. I'm sorry.
Saturday, I went to Michigan
Okay.
for 4th of July. It
Gang,
was pretty
gang.
nice.
How was
It
it?
was a 6-hour drive. I thought I was gonna sleep during the car ride, but I didn't.
Who the fuck sleeps during car rides? That's whack.
6-hour car ride, bro. At night, we left at 2
I've
in the
never
morning.
been the type of nigga to sleep in the car.
Hmm.
Man.
I'm not the type of nigga to sleep around like in public. And like a car is like kind of like public.
Not
in a way.
really.
So
In a
you
way.
couldn't go camping?
I mean, that's different.
How?
Nah, that's
I've
worse.
never gone camping
Like how?
But, like-
how's that different?
because I mean you have to. Like I'm not just gonna sit in the tent all night like can't sleep. Can't sleep.
So you sit in the car all night like can't sleep, can't sleep.
Nah, but then you're just kicking it like. I
There's
just be
always
cooling.
somebody to talk to. Type.
Yeah, like you just be cooling.
But yeah, it was
Like the
decent.
driver's always awake.
Let-
Hopefully, like I
want Vic
hope
to
the
be on
driver's
this.
awake.
I want
So
Vic to
yeah,
be
it
able
was
to
pretty
tell the
great
story.
trip. The car ride was probably one of the funner things, just because it was like the vibes were great. We were just jamming out of music. We went through Wisconsin. We drove all the way through Wisconsin up north because it's like the very top north of Lake Michigan. So we got to Michigan or whatever, and then we went to go see the waterfalls. They weren't that great. I was thinking.
You thought that bitch was gonna be Niagara Falls.
Yeah, because, like, the pictures they show, bro, they hella catfish us, dog. Like, the pictures they show us is, like, the big-ass waterfalls or whatever, the ones that are farther to get to, harder to get to. And
I would have went to
then,
them bitches.
Bro.
Were they allowed? Were you allowed to go there?
Yeah.
Fuck, didn't you go for?
Yeah, that's
Because
worth it.
because there was, like, 14 of them. We didn't know which ones to pick.
Nigga, the best. Whatever the best ones
You
are,
should
I'm
have
going.
asked. Walk up to the
Yeah.
dude and be like, "Yo, which ones are
I'm
the
seeing
goats?
every single one until I see the goated one. Were you allowed to get in the water and shit?
Yeah.
But what, bro? Were you allowed to go off the waterfall?
No, so the thing
Yeah.
is, the thing
That shit
is,
would've been lit.
I would have been like,
see, the thing
Where
is,
did you go?
the two
Where did you
waterfalls
go,
that we
dude?
saw were like bogus because it's like the ones where it's like a trail, or whatever, and then it comes down to like how it's a wooden it's like wooden planks or whatever, and it comes down to like a dead end type shit.
Like how tall was it?
They weren't that big.
Like,
Honestly.
give me an estimate though.
I don't know. Like,
Two of me or
like
Like when you're saying not that big, was that bitch
Yeah,
like what,
like
like
how
3
big?
feet or like 300 feet? Like I
Yeah.
don't know the scale for a waterfall.
it's a waterfall.
So it was it like 20
Nigga,
feet?
if I pour water
Was
on
it
a cup to
taller?
the ground, it's a
Would you say
waterfall.
it was
20
taller
feet,
than
20
like
feet.
the building?
40?
20 feet.
Okay.
20
That's
40
busting.
feet.
That's still lit.
Yeah.
Nah, that's some baby
But
shit.
I
Oh,
was,
those. I'm not.
I'm
gonna
sorry, Captain Waterfall.
because I was thinking,
my bad.
Go ahead, Vic.
I was thinking it was gonna be like Starved Rock. If you guys ever
Starved
gone.
Rock is lit.
That's just great, and you
I'm
can actually
not
go
sure.
under the waterfall and shit.
Yeah.
This one you couldn't. There was only one of the one we went
Oh, so
to.
you weren't allowed to go under?
One of them that we went to, you could like step off. Like a bunch of people like stepped off the trail, and like you have to go down. It's pretty steep, but you could go. It's able. You're definitely able to go down to the waterfall,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not supposed to. But yeah,
That's something I want to do now. Yeah, that definitely sounds like fun.
Yes, sir.
it's pretty lit. Then we went into the water at the lake. It was stupid cold, bro.
That sounds lit.
Oh my god, it felt good though after a long day in the sun. It felt great.
That sounds lit. That sounds like a very fun time.
Yeah.
Y'all set up some fireworks?
Nah.
Whack.
Speaking of fireworks, I'm not gonna say that I have any on camera, but if anybody would like to,
Do you have fireworks for real?
yes.
Let me get them.
What do you mean let you get them? I'm offering to light them with you, and you're talking about let me.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not like let's light them bitches
tonight.
Fuck it.
Yeah,
I am down.
you
Outside?
live right behind me.
Shit. Fuck it.
Just come to the slot. Me and him live like the same block.
I drove with you, so you got to drop me off anyway.
Okay.
Vic.
I'm down.
Fam,
Hey.
all right, we lighting fireworks, bro. I forgot. That's
I
another
had a
thing me and my
couple of-
girlfriend did. Me and my girlfriend went and watched some fireworks.
I know I
And-
have a fat one. I
Bro,
have a fat one.
The actual fireworks were fun, right? Like it was decent. We sat in the car, we watched some fireworks. Like we weren't like super close to them because like Corona and all that shit. So we just sat in the car and watched.
Right.
On the drive home, my nigga, fam.
I'm trying to think about where we can.
Everybody
set
had fireworks.
Why did no
dog.
one tell me that when you want to see some fireworks, the Mexican neighborhoods, my nigga?
Gas.
Oh my bro,
Wow.
Cicero, my nigga, was Berwyn,
bro.
fam.
I thought you knew. They
Jeez.
get down,
Bro, we got
They
to
get
driving, nigga.
down.
I felt like I was in war.
It's an American holiday, but people go dummy dog.
Bro, I
That's
thought
crazy.
I felt like I was in war, my nigga. I thought I nigga was in Vietnam. That shit was so lit, fam. And there was this one nigga on the way home. We was just driving around in Berwyn. On the way back, we went to the McDonald's on Roosevelt. We passed Danico's, and there was this nigga on the block of Danico's setting shit off. That nigga was the fucking GOAT. Nigga, he was in that bitch like damn near in the Danico's parking lot, like right between Danico's and fucking Burger King. Setting them bitches off like right over our head top.
What the
Just
fuck?
bah, 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 bah. Bro, and he was going dummy with it too. Like that nigga was putting on a fucking production. Like that nigga was doing it like it was his job. Like we was about to get out the car and pay this nigga.
Wow.
He was, bro, that nigga went above and beyond. If you're listening to this, Danico's, man, nigga, I will come shake your hand. Like,
that shit was gas.
fam, I'm gonna have to find you for shit, my wedding
Cicero
or
was
my
dumb, bro.
inauguration, and you are
Inauguration.
sliding and you are head of Pyrotechnics for my shit for life. If I ever do another concert, I'm hiring you, Danico's, man. So please, everybody get this to Danico's, man, so I can make him head of Pyrotechnics when I get on. Shout out to Danico's, man.
Shout out to
That had
Danico's,
to-
man.
That had to be gas.
I think I sent. Did I send it to you guys on Snap? Maybe I didn't.
Yeah, you did. You said
Bro, wasn't that shit popping?
it was a lot.
And that was at the end. Like, that's when the nigga was starting to calm down.
It was low too. It was like barely above the
Bro,
building.
that shit was right over our head tops.
That's
like,
crazy.
that nigga was phenomenal. Shout out to Danico's, man, bro.
Yeah, so I have a little
People
bit
go-
of fireworks.
Bets. It's lit. We're lighting fireworks.
Let's go to Cicero.
I have like 2 big ones.
I'm down.
Shit.
No, I do not have them.
Fireworks aren't illegal anymore.
Oh, wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we're lit then. Dude, I'm out here. I'm about
They're
to
not
light
illegal?
these.
They're not illegal.
What?
They used remember how everybody used to have to drive
Like,
to Indiana every year?
yeah.
Now they sell them bitches right in front of Target. Fireworks
Oh,
are not
wow.
illegal in Illinois anymore.
Let's go.
The
Since when?
big fireworks, like
I mean,
big military
They
fireworks.
probably just,
okay,
Military
well, a
fireworks.
grenade is different from a bottle rocket, nigga. Like,
not really.
It is what you want.
Wildin'. Aim it at him. Aim it at him.
like
Get
that
a
shit is
straw.
different. All right, wait. Last story before we actually get into the podcast. So, like, I used to work for a College Works Painting where I used to paint houses, right?
Right.
So I worked with this one white dude, and it was around the 4th of July, and it was me, this white dude, and another dude. And he was like, bro, I love the 4th of July. That's one of my favorite holidays. You know how white people get into it. It's one of my favorite holidays. Like, I love it, blah, blah, blah. And then niggas, my nigga said, bro, you remember when you were a kid and y'all used to like light up the Molotovs and throw them bitches at stop signs and just watch them bitches burst into flames?
What the
and like,
fuck?
I'm thinking,
That's what he said?
bro, right. So I'm thinking that maybe I got a gap in my childhood. So I'm looking around like trying to check the temperature, and the other nigga looking at me like, I'm like, I bet. So that's not some shit that everybody does. Yeah, this nigga's a terrorist. Like, I was like, dog, like, you know, like I asked him, I was like, fam, like a Molotov? Like, y'all was making Molotovs and throwing them at stop signs? He's like, yeah, bro, like, it used to be so much fun. I'm like, fam, that is
That's
a weapon.
The beer bottle.
That's the
can
beer bottle
Yes.
with
The
thing
towel on
with-
fire.
I'm
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
I'm like nigga, that's
That's
a weapon.
hardcore.
Like
That's
like
a
nigga, you can
weapon.
literally buy that in GTA and
Yeah.
use that bitch like.
on somebody. Like
I'm like that is like the classic terrorist weapon.
Yeah.
How
Like if
old-
you're trying to commit a hate crime, niggas are gonna get a Molotov. Like
How old did he say he was?
he said when we were kids.
Oh shit.
And this nigga used to be lighting up Molotovs and throwing them at stop signs. Like, no, nigga. That is, I thought maybe this is like some shit that everybody does, and I just didn't do it as a kid. And I'm like,
nah,
is this nigga
that
wild?
is like I have never heard some shit like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, that.
It's like we used to. Boom! I'm
I was looking around.
I'm like, yo.
I'm like, yo, am I tweaking or this nigga definitely wilding, right? Like, yeah.
Some of y'all just like destroying shit.
Facts.
I like fireworks. I do not like destroying shit.
Right. I do not like terrorist war crime weapons. Like,
Yeah. Fuck
yeah,
that.
no, I'm good.
Yeah, my week was decent. Just in the studio, learning that most rappers nowadays are under the age of 16, which is interesting.
I don't agree with that.
I've recorded a lot of underage rappers, and they're all
I would not
decent.
say most rappers are under 16.
Oh, yeah, not most, but like more than
But
more than
rappers
usual.
are
It's a
popping off
spike.
younger than before.
Right, it's a
because
spike.
of the internet now.
Right.
So niggas can pop off whenever the fuck. Like they
'Cause-
don't have any restrictions. Before labels are like, well, we're not gonna sign this 12-year-old kid. Or if they did, it was rare. So then niggas would be like, oh shit, this nigga's a kid. Soldier Boy blew up at like what, 15 or some shit? Like
Yeah,
Bow
15,
Wow or
16.
Lil Romeo, whatever them niggas, like they were like anomalies. But now it's like after the 2016 era with Uzi and them blowing up at 17, 18, then Pump blew up at like what 16, then Bad Baby blew up at 14, and people are just blowing up younger and younger.
Shit.
It's pretty
Well,
cool.
Also, due to Corona, they don't have school, so they're booking studio time like crazy.
That's true, actually.
They're probably
But-
gonna be here crazy during the school year too, because I heard that the District 200 is running all online classes for the fall.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
like 100%, like
Which
100% all at the crib.
Dude, I was thinking about it and like if I would fuck with that, but like,
That shit would be so whack.
bro, being a senior, there are people who didn't get to go to prom. They didn't get to run do their senior seasons of their favorite sports. Bro, that shit
You
is
get across
crazy.
the fuck the stage, dog.
Fuck
all that
I
shit
don't give
is
a fuck about that.
overrated.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, hella
Yeah,
overrated.
fuck that
Get the
shit.
fuck out.
I got the diploma
You
from my
had fun
mama.
at
Nigga. I didn't care.
graduation?
Huh?
You had fun at graduation?
No,
just
but it was
hot.
it was
I would
it was
definitely would've
definitely
not
something that I looked forward.
Nah.
I
Were you
didn't.
outside?
Not like crazy. I
Were
wasn't
you
like,
outside?
Huh?
Were you outside?
Nah.
We were outside.
Yeah,
No,
that
that,
was-
shit
It
was
was at
ass.
Rosemont Theater.
It was. We literally
cool.
went on to our football field,
That shit
And-
was
That's
terrible.
and it was 103 degrees on the field. And
I was not
everybody's
looking
in
forward to
full suits.
graduation. I did not give a fuck
Brother,
about it. Prom,
that sucked.
busing,
Prom was fun.
conference, lit. I had such a fun time in my senior conference. Like all that shit was great. I didn't give a fuck about the graduation. But if they would have put my track season to a halt, somebody would have had to die. Someone's dying. If I didn't get to do my senior year of track, oh my God, bro, there's going to be hell to pay. Prom was lit. Like if I didn't get to go to prom,
Because I was thinking about it, I was like, Tony doesn't even get to go to. Well, my little brother won't even get to go to homecoming. I'm like, he's not gonna get to do any of that.
yeah,
His
homecoming
seniors-
was great. My senior homecoming was fantastic.
Exactly.
I had a pretty decent senior year. My senior year was pretty busting.
I wasn't even in school. Well, no, I was in school, but I wasn't in school, which is good. I got to do music.
Facts. You make any good music then?
No, but I went through the early phase
Yeah,
Earlier.
so I got to the good shit later on.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I feel like
As long as you
Okay,
got that
alright,
diploma,
whatever.
though.
No,
You
I
were
didn't.
there.
I didn't want the fucking diploma.
Did
I,
you
fuck
get
the
it?
diploma. Who
I
cares?
got the diploma. yeah.
I did.
They could have mailed that bitch to me, and that would have been
Exactly.
cool.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, as long as I get it from my mom, but like,
I
I
didn't want to walk
could
across.
never
this shit.
received that bitch. I swear to God, I was gonna drop out of high school. That shit did me no good.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
use none of the skills now, and I'm not in college now. So fuck.
I agree. I don't think I there aren't really any skills from high school. Only skills that I learned from high school would be things that I learned from track, just about like just straight determination and like willpower, all that shit. But like for the most part, in class, I didn't learn shit. Shit that I use worth anything.
The only thing that math helped me with is like steady memory on how to do things. Like,
see, here's my issue with school. Okay.
The only thing math did for me was like I could consistently learn something and I would like get into patterns very easily and I would be able to like navigate patterns very well. That is the only thing math taught me.
Let me tell you why that doesn't matter and why that part of school is completely stupid. We live in the 21st century, and anytime you run into a pattern or a math problem, you got this with you. You're going to have your phone by your side. Math is 1,000% irrelevant. History, anything you need to know, look that shit up. You have it now.
Yeah.
So all the shit that you're going to learn in school is pretty much useless.
But it's like having knowledge is better than not having knowledge. It's a waste of time. You really think like being knowledgeable about something is not useful at all?
If you learn,
I think like the way they do things is like really bad.
I don't think I need to learn.
You learning algebra,
but you would have never learned social skills.
That's different. That is
something school taught you, though.
But I'm talking about the memory aspect and all that shit. Waste of time. In the time that you can solve an algebra problem, I can ask Siri and get the same answer faster.
It's just critical thinking. Like, wow, boom, boom, boom. Like learning like computer programs. All of that was stuff that I learned from like school. School taught you how to use a computer.
That school did not teach me.
I got that from mom.
Right.
I went to school and I learned how to like type
I taught my teachers how to use computers. No, like nigga, we were in that class together.
Exactly, but we both got faster at typing at school.
Don't use that shit, nigga.
I 100% type faster because of school.
Nigga, I do not use the home keys any longer.
I am thinking home keys.
Exactly.
That shit was stupid.
Exactly.
I think a lot of shit.
That shit was whack.
I don't want to just chalk up my entire intelligence to my phone, though. I don't like.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah, I'm not about to just chalk up all of my intelligence to my phone. School did me well in like history. I learned about the whole world, and then it made me want to explore places. Like I want to go see fucking Easter Island. I want to go see this. I want to go see that. We have learned from the past.
Why the fuck do I care when the fuck the Declaration of Independence was signed?
Yeah, that's my point.
Hey Siri, when did they sign the Declaration of Independence? Like,
I would be on your side for history, but the history that they tell us in school is
just not true.
It's not.
But it still gets your mind teeming, and that is why you went to go look into real history, what actually happened. Because it's like, you know what, this shit just doesn't seem right. Like there's the people who want to go outside and learn things, and I think that is good, but there's a lot of idiots. So they have to streamline
idiots.
But I think they have to streamline idiots. There's a lot of idiots that actually learned something from school.
I think that school makes more idiots than smart people. I would say school creates idiots.
I would disagree only because I know there's a lot of people with dumb parents. So you have dumb parents teaching dumb kids dumb things, and then there's people who go outside of that and like when they learn some shit that might actually stimulate their brain, they're not at the crib. And the school offers track and stuff like that to build team bonding and build determination and motivation. The school does a lot more than just like, and to say chalking up school to all like, oh, they taught me a lot of useless shit. Yeah, they taught you a lot of useless shit, but most of the shit you learned like socially is from school. Like you learn a lot of like, social cues.
I mean, I'm not talking about any of that. When you went
to intervene in situations, like I think school is valuable, but the only thing I learned like from school that matters is math. I like to count my money.
Math
quickly.
Completely useless. Math is completely useless to learn in school nowadays. But I'm homeschooling my kids 1,000%. 1,000%. Homeschool is the way, nigga. When I was in high school, I used to think that it was not. Homeschooling is fucking busting, bro.
I think the people who are doing homeschool do it weird. because the people who come out of homeschool are like always, and I'm not dissing
I
people
feel-
who came out of homeschool.
They don't know how to.
Socialize. They're socially inept.
You put
Yeah.
kids. See, but that's no. That you're not.
You
You're not
keep
getting
a
the
kid
they're
in
homeschool
a
not
right.
bubble
doing it
at
right.
home.
Yeah, they're
You're not
doing
getting the
it right.
homeschool. When you homeschool your kids, you put them into shit. When you homeschool them, they handle their school, and you put them into after school sports. You put them
Yeah.
into clubs. You put them into whatever. You
So
can
they
even
still make
homeschool
friends.
multiple niggas at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I could have a homeschool, and all the kids from my block go to that same homeschool. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is kicking it with Malcolm. Like, I'm homeschooling 6 niggas off this block and teaching them all. They're all doing school together. Then afterwards, my kid's going to football practice, and they're going to Boy Scouts, and you know what I'm
Careful
saying?
with the Boy Scouts.
Okay,
Yeah.
not Boy Scouts, but
Just be
they're
aware.
going to fucking music lessons or business class or whatever they're interested in. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna make them
Right.
be interested in whatever.
So
but like
basketball camp, something like
it's where they can still
physical.
talk to people and do all that shit and still have. But homeschool, bro, being homeschooled in high school, I had a homie who was homeschooled in high school, and this nigga had the keys, bro. Bro, when I tell you this nigga killed the shit, bro, like, and I was arguing against him because my mind was so boxed in, like,
on school, yeah.
bro, this nigga was lit. He literally woke up, did his school shit for like 3 hours, had a job, was getting bread.
Damn.
After his bread, nigga graduated. Nigga didn't even do senior year. When I was in senior year, this nigga, like, I mean, he was in college. He's not in college right now. Nigga was doing college classes, still with a job.
Damn.
Still doing, nigga was still on the football team because you still get a pass to do school sports. Nigga was lit. Like, he fucking had the keys. I wish I would have done that shit. And my kids will be homeschooled.
I'm homeschooling mine now.
Well, actually, I plan to open up a private school, which is going to be bussing.
Crawford Initiative.
It's going to be lit. My private school is going to be the best school.
So is that what you want to do? Like,
homeschool my kids?
yeah.
My kids are homeschooled. They will be homeschooled. Like, I have had multiple arguments with my girlfriend about it, but I'm winning. Like, not currently, I'm losing, but when we have the kids, they will be. They gotta be.
I feel like-
man, they gotta
as
be.
long as your kid can socialize normally.
Yeah,
as
because
well
when
as
he
another
just said
kid,
like I'm gonna let him play sports and shit, I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, yeah, I was like, you make most of your friends not just going through the hallway
what
and
if they
shit.
don't want to play sports or clubs?
They have to. They have to.
You're gonna force them?
They have to.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You don't have
I
to,
would
like-
definitely force my kid to
And
play sport.
I believe this wholeheartedly, and I wish my parents would have made me do more. But that is probably where
I feel like that's the biggest
It's
thing
the
I lost.
character
Out of
that's
it.
good. That is
Yeah.
probably the biggest thing that's built my character for life is sports. Not sports, but just like
Team,
sports, clubs,
teamwork.
team, like all that is where and people who don't have that, I don't want to hate on anybody. I don't want anybody to take this the wrong way, but in my mind, the like losers are the motherfuckers who walk in the school at 8 and leave the school at 3:04. That shit was whack
I
as
was a
fuck to
loser.
me. I'm sorry, like I don't want you to take it the wrong
but
way.
I'm
That's
saying like
trash,
I would
dog.
go home and I would do other things.
Yeah, I
it was
kinda
like
take
I
that
would still
offensive.
be outside.
I'm sorry if I offended you, but
No, you definitely did because I got home and I got to work when I left the school. That
Exactly,
school was a
like-
jail to me. I could not stand.
But
I feel
that,
that.
that would be
Left
like
early
saying like the
sometimes,
kid
if
who
I
goes
showed
to
up.
homeschool is lame because he wouldn't just go up and go to school. Like I went to school and I parked up, yeah, I left, and then I did what I wanted to do.
no, and look, I feel that, but their sports or clubs, all that shit is like next level character builder, like next level character builder. For
But what if you
sure.
were like just competitive? Like I used to competitively play video games. Like so, all I did after school is like run scrims, and like I would go home and just play niggas for money for like hours and hours
look,
and hours.
Okay, always do what you're passionate about. Like, don't ever not do what you're passionate about. But like, my kid is going to have to go to a club, or they're getting kicked out of the house when their class is over. They're gonna get kicked out the house to do some shit, for sure. And when they're homeschooled, they'll have enough time to do their personal shit and do their team shit. If they don't fuck with it, that's different. I will never force my kid to do some shit that they don't fuck with, but you're gonna try it.
Vic, whose side are you on?
I'm definitely making my kid play a sport though. Like for sure, I want him to get passionate about something.
I'm on Malcolm's side.
You
Really?
did sports in high
I've
school.
been in clubs since I was in middle school. I've been soccer club, ceramics club.
that
Lego
sounds kind of
club.
lit.
Yeah, ceramics.
I've been
sounds fun.
weightlifting since I was in middle school, after
Wow.
school gym, swimming, all that shit, volleyball, football, wrestling, and I made some of the best memories there, some of the best friends there,
For sure.
and I feel like I've learned a lot from it because, well, sports you learn a lot of about self-discipline and self-control, determination. That's from my experience, and I feel like that's something you might not learn as strong
Anywhere else.
Anywhere else.
I would say this group right here is probably the perfect example. You have known me since 4th grade.
Yeah.
I've always been decently disciplined. It's
Yeah.
like self-discipline. But after coming out of sports, can't you say that
Oh yeah.
there's definitely
noticeably.
been...
Noticeably.
And
After
you've
I,
even
like-
said that I'm the most self-disciplined person that you know. And that comes from sports. That comes from track.
I guess that does really come with like I have to stay in peak form. Like I
Yeah.
don't want to fuck up. I
That
have
comes
to
from
stay in
track.
peak form.
And I've
And
always
it's
been
playing
self-disciplined
under pressure.
on my own. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the team aspect of it is complete. People that you grind with and you hurt with and you win with and you lose with and you're literally putting in this work countless hours together, like going through struggle, hell,
Facts, dog.
all that shit together.
Sweating balls.
Those are going to be the strongest relationships, like, of all.
because you've been through
Because
it.
I'm not gonna
everybody's
say.
struggling for a goal.
It builds
So
you.
that is the one thing I said. If I got to go back, that is what I would redo. I would go back to 4th grade me and tell him like, hey, play basketball. Like you'll fall in love with it. Like I promise you'll fall in love with it.
For sure.
And I wish I would have pushed myself to act because like I liked playing when I was little. And I would be like, but like Tony was like a way better shooter than me.
Yeah, that
Like,
nigga's a cold shooter.
Like my little brother, he's ambidextrous, like can shoot both hands, and he's got a burner.
yeah, he
like
cold with it.
it
He's cold.
makes
He's
no
always
sense.
been a cold shooter.
Like Tony's been good at basketball forever, so I like gave up on it. But I was like, why did I ever give up? I'll never be better than Tony. Like I just looked down on myself. That's all I did.
Yeah.
So I was like, I shouldn't have looked down on myself. I really wish I looked at my little brother like, damn, this nigga got a burner. Like I'm never gonna be like that. Like fuck. I could have grinded and had a burner. I forgot like we're made of the same shit. Like everybody's made of the
Right,
same shit.
right.
Like why can't I have
Yeah,
it? What
some
anybody
niggas
else
are made
has?
better, but whatever.
Nah. I don't
My
believe
brother
no.
jumped off a roof and was blessed. So
Yeah, I've jumped off shit and been blessed. I've seen niggas go off fucking shopping carts off roofs. I know every nigga's created, but it's like, what can you do with your creation?
yeah.
So
My
that-
kids are getting
that is
homeschooled 1,000%.
yeah, I'm definitely gonna force my kid to do sports though. I don't know about homeschooling because I don't know what particular occupation I might have, but it might take up a lot of my time.
I mean, even if somebody's gonna homeschool my kid, like if I gotta
I'll
hire
give them
somebody to
that
do it.
option when they get to high school.
See, that's an issue because
All of their friends are out already.
yeah,
Yeah,
and at
yeah.
that point, their mind is already gonna be boxed in. They would have wasted so much time in elementary school and middle school. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So they would have wasted a lot of time
No,
already.
I would
tricky.
homeschool him until 6th grade, and then I'll be like, I'm gonna let you try public school for a year. If you like it, you can stay. If you want to come back, you can come back. That is how I would hit him. He would play his sports continuously, like after school, and do all of that. But 6th grade, he would go to normal school. I want you to see what it's like, and then he goes. If he likes it, he can stay.
Well,
he can stay until he does not want to anymore.
My plan is already to have a
That
setup
would be
where like
fire.
the whole like family is together. Like I'm trying to have like a block. I'm trying to have a whole street where like
Oh wow.
everybody in that bitch together, like a Yeezy Ranch type of situation, where like everybody in that bitch together, so our kids can kick it whenever we want, but like you still got your separate houses, so all that shit is separate, but niggas can still do what the fuck they want. You know what I'm saying? So like if the whole block is at the homeschool together, like fuck you need a high school for? Like, everybody can go play their separate sports or whatever, but it's lit. If my kid C3, Crimson, Lil Oof, like Noah's kids, like my brother's kids, everybody kicking it together at a homeschool and shit, like everybody's gonna have fun. They're gonna be blessed. They're gonna be having a blast.
Because like after you said it, it makes a lot of sense. Like you could homeschool them up until like 5th grade. Because I definitely feel like I could have learned a lot more from like a person teaching me shit when I was very young.
Also, the best thing about homeschool is you can learn at your own pace. And school fucked my pace up heavy because I'm a naturally like faster learner, and I would have to slow down for school, and it bored the fuck out of me. Like, because dude, I loved school. I was that nigga who was like hyped about school from like kindergarten.
Fucking nerd.
I was, bro, because I'm a nigga who loves learning, but I was hyped about school from like 1st grade to like 4th grade.
You know what's weird? Me and him were in the same 1st grade class, and neither of us remembered it until like a month ago.
Oh yeah, he was there. We remembered. But
that shit is actually weird.
I was hyped about school. Nigga was geeked, and then like that shit just got boring to me because I'm like, bro, this shit is whack. I already know this shit. You taught this shit yesterday. Fuck, are we still learning it for the next week and a half for? And it sucks for kids who work slower than that because they're like, damn, nigga, I can't keep up. And the nigga ahead is like, yo, why the fuck am I jogging when I want to run?
Yeah.
Like, I want to sprint. Y'all got me jogging. Or nigga's like, nigga, I can only run so fast and y'all is dipping on me. But it's only good for the niggas who are right at that pace that they set for school. And there aren't that many people who are at that pace. Like, that's...
Bro, I wasn't even close. Like, at first I felt like super slow. And I was like, yo, am I not learning as fast as people? And then it was like one day I was like, all right, I'm going to actually try. And every day when I was just solving shit, I was like, bro, what the fuck? I was like, how are you guys not getting this on the 2nd, 3rd try, bro? I'm like, 2nd, 3rd try, you should figure it out. Like, if we're doing a math equation, if we're in history class and they're talking about how the fuck do you not know what happened if you read the shit? Like, if you take 10 minutes to read whatever they give you, like, this is so boring.
I bet. We deep into the podcast, but this has been some good-ass content. These night podcasts, I don't know.
This is a bit different.
Shit kind of the sauce whole time. But let's get into some topics. We got some big, heavy hitters this week. Which one do we want?
Was there a...
heavy hitters?
So you flinched?
No,
All right. Which ones y'all?
I didn't see what you did.
What do y'all want? You know what, Vic? You pick. What you want to start with?
Start with some Yay.
All right, boys. Let's get into it. Yeezy 2020.
We lit.
All right. So we all know that Kanye is running for president.
yes, sir.
He decided that he is officially running for president in 2020, not 2024. Let me ask. I'll ask you, Vermilly.
Okay.
What party do you think that Kanye is running with?
That's a good question. I'm not sure where he stands. I know he was on Trump's bandwagon for a minute. I'm not sure if he's still on that. I would assume he's not. I think he's either gonna go independent or Democrat.
Incorrect.
You think he's going Republican?
No, not think. I know what party he's running with.
Wait, say that again.
He knows.
I know what party he's running with.
Oh, like factually?
Yeah, I know what he said.
Oh, what did he say?
Guess.
Republican?
Guess one more time.
Isn't that all of them?
Green.
Birthday.
I'm not that knowledgeable. What is birthday?
What?
The birthday party.
What is that?
He is running with the birthday party because when we win, it's everybody's birthday.
Wow, I get it now. I fuck with that. I'm voting for this guy. Hell yeah.
So that is the crazy part about it.
That's
that like
dumb as fuck.
See, it's polarizing. That's the crazy. This is the interesting thing about Yeezy 2020. For years, people have been trying to figure out how to get the youth to vote, How do you get young people to vote? How do we do it? How do we do it? How do we do it? Young people don't care about politics. Young people don't care about serious shit. Do you know what young people care about? Hip hop and comedy. This nigga is fucking killing it. The birthday party, nigga.
You gonna hit the ballot and all the kids, all the young niggas hit birthday party, nigga, birthday on bro.
They do have to be like a
18.
certain age. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be 18.
You're gonna tell me
You telling me 18-year-olds ain't voting for Ye?
No, they are. They are.
Think about how many 18-year-olds there are compared to everybody.
Trust me, I was 18. I would have voted for his ass. So.
Nigga, you might
nigga,
fuck
you're
around and go to the
21.
ballot and vote for this
Wait,
nigga in November.
Nigga, you're 21 and you just said you're gonna vote for this nigga.
Yeah.
There's way more 21-year-olds than 50-year-olds. There's way more. There's
That's an
way more
interesting
20-year-olds than 50-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
There's way more 19-year-olds than 50-year-olds.
I do not think that Ye is going to win. I don't.
I think he's gonna zap enough votes in random spots to ruin somebody. That is what I think.
I don't
is
think he's going to
happen.
win. I'm also not voting for him. However,
Who would you vote for then?
we'll talk about it in a second.
Oh.
However,
Yikes!
if Ye wins one state, I will consider that shit a dub. That shit will be the biggest W
Nigga,
in my
he's winning
mind.
Illinois. He's winning Illinois.
don't
You
know
think
if
Chicago niggas are not about to vote for Ye? You're fucking crazy. He's winning Illinois.
I honestly do believe that if he does this right, and because he's already starting behind,
Yeah.
because he's past the goal in like 6 states, he can't even put his name on the ballot because of time. If he puts enough of his money, time, and just famousness into it, he can win one state.
I think he can win. No, he could fuck around and win like California. He could fuck around and win. He could. I definitely think he could fuck around and win New York and Illinois. He could fuck around and win all of those.
He's
No
not
problem.
winning any red states, I can promise you.
Who's his opposition right now?
Donald Trump and Joe Biden.
Who's voting for Joe Biden, honestly? Who's voting for Joe Biden?
Old white people,
Hey man, if they could keep Trump out of office, bro.
old black people too.
Bro, I don't even want to vote real life.
You gotta
But
pick the best out of two devils.
I think that I have to vote for Joe. I hate this nigga, bro. I hate Joe Biden with a passion, bro.
This is why I don't fuck with the American political system. Why do you feel like you have to? Not like accusing anybody, but
No.
Why is that a thing?
See, here's the thing. This is so polarizing for me. Like, the thing about the situation is, and because we have a platform and because we have listeners, I'm going to use it responsibly. And just because I'm using it responsibly doesn't fully mean that this is what I believe. But when it comes down to voting, not voting gives the old, primarily white people in power the ability to run the vote 1,000%, like, unattested. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I've been watching Haikyuu a lot lately, and that's a volleyball anime. One of the main things that goes crazy about Haikyuu is, even if you can't stop the ball from going over the net, if you still touch that bitch, it'll like pressure the other person, and like sooner or later they're gonna fuck up because they know the wall is there and they have to jump it. But just walking over it, you know what I'm saying? Like, not having a wall and be able to go unattested, and having a wall that you can climb over but you just don't want to do it, but you're gonna have to, like, it's inconveniencing. And over time, it could potentially flip it and change it, if that makes sense.
I think I get what you're saying, but why are there walls in volleyball?
Like he's talking about jumping. Like,
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I got you.
My bad. I threw multiple analogies at one point. That's my bad. Sorry, listeners. Sorry.
I get what you mean. You're like, we have to set an obstacle for them. There's like, we can't just let them run free with it.
Right.
It's every time we need to do something about it.
Yeah.
We have to, like,
Why are there walls of volleyball?
I was
So, like-
confused as fuck.
if you don't put up the wall, isn't it like easier to stroll down the street and just like not walk around a safety cone every time? But if I put a barricade of safety cones, Like every time one time you're going to walk
Right.
into
You
it.
can't let the enemy have that victory mentality.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, there's a difference between knowing I'm going to wipe you and knowing that you're not even going to play.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of mindset that you're coming at it with.
Yeah.
So while I absolutely hate the argument of people died for you to be able to vote, I hate that argument.
Bro.
I hate that argument.
Yeah.
Because while I get that and I feel that and I know it sounds disrespectful, but I didn't ask for that. Like, the analogy that somebody brought to me similar to that is, if I crawl to California to get you a jar of mayo and I crawl back and I hand you this jar of mayo and you don't like
I don't
mayo,
want that shit,
you
man.
don't have to eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's the analogy. So I don't do it because I feel that I have to, because niggas died for me.
I
to
throw
do
the
so.
respect on it because it's like, yo, you gave me the ability to. That is what matters. That I have the ability to vote.
Exactly,
Right.
but you shouldn't be forced to use that
Right.
ability if you
Exactly.
don't want to.
Especially when I don't believe either of the candidates are people I should want up there. I don't want either of them.
That's the only time I feel like the exception is there.
And
otherwise,
one
participate.
argument for that is a lot of people only vote in the presidential election and the final presidential election. An argument for that is, if you don't like the candidates, you should have voted to pick the candidates.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't like Joe Biden. I don't like Trump.
But there were people earlier on that could have been selected.
Bernie could have been selected if
Right.
you like Bernie. There were even black people that could have been selected if you like the black people. There are women if you want a woman president. If you want a black person president, there are black people, Hispanics. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
If the policies, and I'm not saying don't vote for people just based on their
Race
sexual
and
orientation, color of their
Yeah.
skin. Don't vote for people. But if their politics are things that you agree with, you should be researching. You should be finding out who you want, and you should be voting for who you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's a complicated system that, to me, is slightly useless because, and this is an interesting take, but almost no matter what you do, certain states are going to go a certain way.
Yeah.
So if I plan to vote Democratic in Illinois, it's almost worthless because it's going to be Democratic either way. Like,
I just don't like how it's set up. It's like, instead of in the end, we all have a fuck ton of options. Like, why do we not play that game? Like, I don't get it. If we have a fuck ton of options, the majority pick would come out still. Like, if people knew what they were talking about and people knew, like, why do we have to come down to, like, it's either this guy or this guy, and here's these
and
random
then these
motherfuckers.
niggas are in the background.
Yeah, like, all of their things are way tinier on the sheet. All of their things, like, what the fuck? It's either this guy or this guy, but
and then this guy, there's this guy. Yeah.
this one,
Yeah.
you didn't really hear about them because
There are a lot of times
they
where
didn't put $1 million in their
people be
budget.
dropping out. Like, people drop out very frequently. Like, Chris is getting hot, man.
Bro, that shit is so stupid.
Yeah.
The voting system is like, yeah, we're a republic. No, no. I'm like, you're giving me two choices. I either have this idiot or this idiot. I don't want either of them. And they're like, like,
They start scatting.
yeah, they just start. They like, I can't really do anything for you. I'm
Yeah.
like, bro, come on.
I agree. I don't like the American voting system.
Because it's fucking stupid.
I
It's
think
fucking
that it needs to
stupid.
be changed. I don't know. It'd probably be fucking hard to change it.
Yeah.
But,
Next
like,
to impossible.
there are so many things in the system that made sense in the past, but no longer make sense. Like, they made sense when we had 13 colonies. Like, they made sense when, like, certain people didn't have the right to vote. Like, they made sense then, but they're still here. Like,
That's all fault the old people who are
Yo, fuck the
so
old
attached
people. I'm
to
sorry.
the old ways. They're like, oh no, this is America. This is the way it should be run because this
Like,
is, it was run like this 100 years ago, so it should stay the same.
Yeah,
But
things
it's like,
need to change.
With evolution and like all the shit that happens over time, you
We're
can't have the
becoming
same
too
rules,
advanced.
the same system.
Right.
There's no
100
way
years
they
ago.
could have
It's
predicted
stupid.
now. You know what I'm saying? And like, if the forefathers would have known, they probably would have set the rules up differently.
Exactly.
If in that room they found out like, oh, niggas are gonna have 50 states and everybody's gonna be able to vote, let's set different rules.
Yeah.
But they set the rules on a
13.
different game than we're playing. We're not playing that game
Yeah.
anymore. It's a completely different game. Like, it's like if we set up the way that we do this podcast every single week. We come in at 2, supposedly. Like, we're supposed to come in at a certain time. We have 4 mics. Like, we're sitting here, blah, blah, blah. But then the podcast ends up blowing up. We expand. We get a new facility. We bring 6 new people on. We can't be like, nope, we're still recording at 2, still only having 4 mics, still setting it up this way. Things have to change.
Right.
Because if shit isn't working, then you change it. It's not like, this is the way we've always run this podcast and this is the way it'll be forever. Niggas wanted to see Thomas. We changed it. Thomas is now on the camera.
Vermilion.
Vermilion is now
No.
on the camera.
Millie.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Things have to change based on the way things are going. But as the way things are going right now, he could win a state. Nigga could fuck around and win a state.
Kanye, if you're listening, you have my full emotional support. I've listened to what you had to say for, I don't know, a decade. I've seen you grow, or I've heard you grow. I trust you more than any of them niggas right now up there begging for my vote, begging for my money. I trust you. I fuck with you because I've been there for when you were, I don't know, building your
Dropped out
character.
of college.
Does anybody like realize like we have a real life criminal running the country, and everybody's okay with it because it's like no. I promise he's not a criminal, but yo, we know he's done.
No, yeah, nigga's
tons
definitely
of,
a criminal.
I was like,
Yeah,
I've
bro.
seen him do too much illegal shit as a normal nigga. For me to be like, yo, this guy could lead me. No, I don't want this guy at the forefront.
Another thing, the executive branch, which is the branch that the president is in, isn't even the branch that is most important to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas should be focusing on the legislative branch if you want to make a change. The president just signs the bill. They don't write it. So they just decide if this is what I want or this is not what I want. They don't write that bitch. If you want real change, you should be voting for the people who write the bills and put pressure on the people who write the bills so they decide what minimum wage is. They decide what your kids eat for lunch at their elementary school. They decide whose kids get put in cages. Like, nobody should, but you know what I'm saying? Like, they're making these decisions and the president is just saying yes or no to them. But if they never write it, he can't say yes or no to it anyway.
Right.
Like,
Those
those
senators be hard to pick though.
but not if you do your research.
If you do your research and you'll find your correct guy. All it took, like real life, JB Pritzker had my vote just based on like the ads. I was like, I'm watching
That
these
nigga's
ads.
ads were everywhere,
His
bro.
ads are
that
everywhere.
nigga almost lost my vote because of the ads. Because
No.
every time I'm trying to fucking watch at the time I was watching Grey's Anatomy. Every time I was trying to watch Grey's Anatomy, hi, I'm JB Pritzker. Nigga, get the fuck off my
So
screen.
this is the shit that
Weed.
isn't Bruce Rauner Republican?
Yeah. I think
How is he winning Chicago? That is the shit that kills me. I'm
Bruce
like,
Runner didn't win?
no, but he was the mayor before. He has been, right?
Ooh, No.
No.
He hasn't?
No.
Oh, thank God. That nigga fucking sucks.
Our last.
Tripping, dog.
You're getting the mayor confused.
Yeah.
First off, Pritzker isn't our mayor.
Yeah, he's our senator, right?
Governor.
Governor?
Yeah,
I have no clue.
He's the governor.
We
He's the
sound
governor?
Dumb.
I have no clue. Why don't we bust out the tiny computer you were just talking about and get the information?
No,
Fuck school.
I know this.
I
He's
know-
the governor. Lori Lightfoot is our mayor.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Rauner
So-
was running for governor as well.
Yeah.
But
wasn't he
lost.
our...
Yeah.
Rauner was never
He
elected.
didn't get any.
No, who was the previous one then?
Rahm Emanuel.
Oh, that guy
That was the
sucked.
previous
And then he
mayor.
heard... yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
I don't know who our previous governor
Previous governor, I'm pretty sure that was Rob Blagojevich, who went to prison.
Blagojevich, but there was somebody after Blagojevich.
Yeah, there had to be
Blagojevich got... That nigga was gone
He's
when I
in
was in
jail.
4th grade.
Yeah, he's been in jail for years.
I think he's out of jail now. His wife is in jail.
Who was the governor?
Don't do crime.
The way Blagojevich's
That's
shit worked is they had a young child, so they were like, all right, nigga, you're going to do 9 years, and then you and your wife are going to switch.
Bruce Rauner.
Rauner was our governor?
Yeah, I told you. So how the fuck was he our governor if nobody fucks with the nigga?
What the fuck?
Like, that makes no sense.
Because nobody voted.
Nobody's
Before
voting
him
for
was
time.
Pat Quinn, and then
Duh. I knew that.
Rod Blagojevich.
Damn. So
Horrible
I'm out of
accent,
touch.
by the way. Horrible accent.
I meant to do.
But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I knew that. I
No,
knew
no,
he was.
you-
I
okay,
knew he was.
I
thought
see you,
was
I see you, I
tripping.
see you.
I was like, yo, I'm
Young
tripping.
political nigga.
I fuck with that.
So, all I'm saying is, how the fuck did he get it in the first place? Why do you have this guy leading? All it took was that guy getting YouTube ads and saying, yo, I'm going to legalize weed. And everybody was like, yes.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
the first thing, it was like, everybody was like, I fucks with this guy. He's legalizing weed. It's over with.
Man.
Yeah, personally, I don't believe in either of our candidates. I don't believe in Trump. I don't believe in Biden. I think I came on the podcast a while ago and explained why I don't like Biden. I think it's needless to say why I don't like Trump. And I don't think Kanye's going to win. And even if he did win, I don't know how great of a job he'd do at running our country.
Yeah, he's up against an impossible barrier.
I don't want him to
I
run.
think he would be signing
You don't
off
want
on
him
the
to
correct
run.
things.
I do not want him
Okay,
to run
wait.
for president.
Go ahead.
Because every single vote that goes towards yay
Is taken away from Biden.
is taking pressure off of Biden and Trump.
No, it's
No,
not
it's
taking
making
pressure
it
off
easier
of
on
Of
them.
Trump.
It's taking pressure off of
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
Because
It's adding
anybody
pressure. Yeah,
who's
taking-
voting for yay would have voted for Biden or not voted at all. Nobody is going to switch from Trump to yay. It's just not going to happen. Like, so any vote for yay is arguably just a vote for Trump.
How?
Because you're just taking away from Biden. You're not doing anything else.
Because anybody who votes for yay was going to vote for Biden or not vote at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But nobody who was going to vote for Trump is going to be like, now I'm voting for
Facts.
yay. So he's just
Yeah.
taking votes away from Biden.
Exactly. So he shouldn't run for. He shouldn't even be running. Because this is gonna fuck it up.
Well, he feels
he
like
believes he's
can-
gonna win.
Yeah, he feels like he can change.
He thinks
something
he's gonna
if
win.
he gets in.
He has no political history, dog.
So
Neither
neither
did
did
Donald
Trump.
Trump.
If he gets office,
Neither
Trump didn't either.
Donald Trump had not ran shit before he was president.
If
He
you're-
ran some corporations and made a lot of money, but that nigga did not have no priors. No priors.
yeah.
He
That's a
wrote his
fucking nightmare.
application and there was no special ability that he had.
some dumbass shit, man.
Yeah, that shit is wild, man. Our political system is crazy.
I'm gonna just move to Canada, bro.
I think Trump's
Whole
going to
time.
win. I don't want him to. I fully believe
Bro, this
Trump
is what
gonna
I've
win.
been saying. Let's bounce.
Let's bounce to Canada.
I'm trying
Nobody's
to bounce
stopping
to
y'all?
Canada.
bounce to Mexico. Let's go.
I'm not
Yeah,
bouncing.
alright.
I'm cool, bro.
Yeah, all right.
I'm cool without that one.
We'll visit
Maybe
you.
England. Maybe England. That might be bussing, but I
I'm
really
going to
could-
Denmark, nigga.
that
Denmark
sounds
is lit.
bussing.
Denmark got the best school system. Yeah, I'm not homeschooling my kids if I go to Denmark. If I
We
go to
learn-
Denmark, my kids in
gonna
the classroom.
learn 4 or 5 languages. He's gonna be able to speak
It's
fluent
peaceful.
English,
They ain't been in no
everything.
wars in like the longest. I don't even think they were in World War any of them.
It's a World War any of
Them niggas was cooling. Denmark is busting. Don't know how they feel about black people. I've got to check first. But if they cool with black people, Denmark, we lit. I'll catch you there.
Shit.
And when I get off the plane, I'm having my head at Pyrotechnics, set the fireworks off, it's busting. You already know the vibes. Me and Danico's, man, on the way.
But back to
Nah, but real talk, if Ye wins, I'm calling Danico's, man.
no, if Ye wins, bro,
I'm going to Danico's man's house.
I gotta blow something up. Something gotta blow up. Like I'm like, yo, like we need some sort of celebration.
Yeah, but I'm not going to tell anybody how to use their vote, but I am going to lay out the facts that a vote for Ye is pretty much a vote for Trump, and if you're going to vote for Ye, you should understand that.
But
What
what makes me
was
comfortable
vice
is
president?
knowing that there's only maximum 4 years left of this shit before he tries to have the dictatorship. That's the only way he could stay in office.
Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to switch America to a dictatorship. That'd be tough.
I don't feel like it would be that tough for the president of the free world to do it.
All right, so next hot topic of the week, we got Mr. Juice WRLD, R.I.P., has dropped his posthumous album, first posthumous album. I'm pretty sure they said there's going to be more. Did everybody get a chance to listen?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Halfway.
Okay. How's everybody feeling about it?
I actually, I was a little disappointed because I was expecting more like, you know, you hear all the leaks and stuff like that, and you know a lot of the Juice WRLD songs, so you're expecting like, all right, they're gonna put a couple of the bangers on here, but they did all the like sad music, right? So it was just pumped full of sad music, and I feel like they did that because it's like you're gonna mourn his death, the first one, and those are probably songs that wouldn't get plays to like the other ones, the other like slappers, the motherfuckers that like people have been leaking and stealing for months.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have those
Personally,
fully mastered.
I fucked with it. It was decently emotional, made me feel a lot. It was a very interesting body of work, and I actually enjoyed it a lot. First listen, I'm going to say... I listened to it more than once.
Dislike
actually.
it. It's just...
No, yeah, I know.
It's just... I know I'm going to like the next one that comes out probably during the summer is going to be gas.
I'm going to say... I think I've listened to it all the way through maybe 2 or 3 times. And just off of like the first day listened, I'm going to say I like this one better than Death Race for Love, but it's still not as good as Goodbye and Good Riddance. That shit was,
no.
Goodbye and Good Riddance was next level.
Every single song on there was just
incredible, man. And the story, the sequencing, the concept, Goodbye and Good Riddance is in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. I said that like 2 years ago. Like when it came out, I said that shit that summer.
Shit.
Goodbye Good Riddance is my top 10 favorite
Yeah,
albums of all
because
time.
that's just a really good album. Like, I could never... It was not enough of what I wanted.
Yeah.
Like, Juice has some bangers that I know they know about.
Yeah.
I'm like, they are clearly waiting for the next like party season. They have to be waiting for the next party season because right now, dropping a ton of like the bangers, you would not get as many plays as when like everything's said and done because of the state of the world right now.
I don't even know if this album was for the casual fan.
I definitely
would
feel
say
like it was 100. It was catered to his main set of fans though.
Yeah, I would say this album was to be treated almost like a eulogy for people who are mourning him because the way they sequenced it, the emotions, all of that shit was very like mourn Juice, think about Juice, like remember his life, show.
Final track.
What'd you say?
The final track.
Like the final song or the final track?
The track.
Yeah, all of that was like
Instagram Live from heaven. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like that nigga. And like the one thing that I took away, like I was really sad listening to this album because like you guys know I really fucked with Juice WRLD.
It really hit though.
Yeah, like bro, this nigga, like one thing that bothers me so much is like this nigga wanted to live so bad, and like I don't think anybody deserved that shit more than Juice. Like that nigga fucking wanted that life and that fame and for his music to touch people And like nigga was just born with like a different set of skills and talents when it came to the way his mind worked. That like if there was a nigga that was made for the shit and wanted the shit more than anyone else, it would have been Juice. And like y'all niggas know, like I love Big Sean, like that nigga goes crazy. But Juice WRLD was literally made for the shit and put every ounce of being that he had from when he started music to blowing up into finding his goal and making that shit happen. That nigga 1000% deserved it more than any, in my opinion, more than anybody else in the industry right now.
Because, like, at first when I started listening to him, I felt like his music was really corny. I was like, oh, my God, he's just trying to be, like, a sad boy. But then it was, like, I really started to listen to him, and I was like, damn, you can really, like, feel the pain.
Yeah.
Like, you can really feel him, like, speaking, like, yo, this is not how I want to live.
Yeah. I don't know, man. He was different. You look like you were about to say something.
No, I was just agreeing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I liked the album. There were some great songs on there. I really liked Stay High. Man of the Year fucked me up. Like, Man of the Year fucked me up.
That's the one I didn't hear.
That shit was different, man. Yeah. It was happy, but, bro, I just want that nigga to be alive. Like, real talk, like, I just want Juice to be alive.
I would trade some shit I really care about for that shit.
Bro,
I was
real
just talking
life.
about that on my story.
What?
If we could like offer some type of trade sacrifice.
I would trade almost anything aside from like other lives. Like if someone was like, fuck it, like give me all your money, like trade away the studio or whatever, bring Juice back, I'd definitely do it.
Yeah, he wouldn't even have to know that we did it, and I'd do it.
Bro, yeah, like I wouldn't even want to have like I would want to have a conversation with him, but like I wouldn't be like only like if I never
I resurrected you, right?
Like
I wouldn't.
If I never
yeah.
spoke to this nigga or anything and could just trade like all the shit away just for him to be back alive, I would do it in a heartbeat. I don't even think I would have a second thought. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm down.
Like, cause that's a story I really wanted to see how it was gonna go.
Bro, that nigga deserved it. Like that nigga deserved it in my mind.
Somebody who is really talented, and I'm like, yo, I would give it all just to see how that story unfolds.
Bro,
but
I went back and watched this nigga's Tim Westwood freestyle. Shit was fucking crazy.
That's the 3-hour one,
or he has one that's like an hour and a half and one that's an hour.
Oh,
Shit was fucking incredible, man. Like you can't fake that.
yeah.
You cannot fake an hour and a half freestyle. You can fake a 2-minute freestyle. You can fake maybe even a 10-minute freestyle if you really got it. Impossible. You can't fake an hour and a half freestyle. No repeats.
Basically
No
a fucking
fumbles.
machine, dog.
Yeah.
Shit is incredible. Like, so the thing about freestyling is, Chris, let me ask, what happens in your mind when you're freestyling?
Like, you get caught up, so it's like, and you don't really have the next bar, so maybe you say something like,
But I'm saying when you're thinking, like, how does your mind go in your freestyle process?
it's like, I don't even know. It's kind of like, I wouldn't say I'm on autopilot as much as it's like I'll say a word and it gives me like what the next sentence will be something crazy. And my mind is just, it kind of works like a machine, but like it'll like turn off.
What about you, Vermilly?
Shit, my brain doesn't even be on when I freestyle. I just
It's autopilot.
Yeah, so that's how a lot of people freestyle, I feel like.
I feel like it would be better if they like me like to be specific. If I like put my mind to it, I think it could be better. I think I could connect more.
Yeah.
I think Juice WRLD puts his mind to it.
When I get into, it's like a lot, sometimes when I freestyle, I do like kind of just go on autopilot and be rapping. Like you guys know when I freestyle, I have certain modes and days. Like I have good days and I have bad days. When I'm killing the freestyles, the way that my brain works when I freestyle is I might autopilot the first 2 lines or whatever. And then
It just kicks into high gear and I know everything I'm about to say.
so the way that works is it's almost like you're almost loading up a program that's going to happen later. So I'm thinking of every single bar that I have just like I'm having a conversation. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, driving this foreign car, blah, 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 take it very far, whatever. And then I load it into the system and my mouth just does it. And then I'm thinking about that. I'm just thinking 2 bars ahead and I just load it up and don't think about it after that. And I load it up and don't think about that. And I probably do that maybe 2 to 3 bars in advance is my max. You can see when Juice WRLD is rapping, and I don't know, maybe it's just me by the way that I freestyle, like I can kind of notice how he's doing it.
He'll
You
load
can
up
see
like
him
7
loading
bars.
up. He can load
He'll
up like 12 bars in his mind. You can see it. Like literally see him loading up the bars and them just like going out across like in the system.
That is a beautiful brain.
Like it's crazy. And like my max, and that's at my peak, I can load 4, maybe 5 bars.
That makes me feel bad because I can definitely load like 1 bar, and then the second bar I'll be like, whoa, I did not take my time to think about what I was gonna say.
Yeah,
next.
it's tough. It's not an easy thing to do. And like 5 bars is like crazy for me. If I can load up 5 bars, I am going dummy. And like you can see it that Juice can load up 12 bars comfortably.
Like today, like I think I had a really good day today. Like I was just low, like I could just load them.
I popped off today. Y'all saw. Like
Yeah.
people who are on IG live before the
Can't load
podcast.
shit.
And like everybody's different, you know what I'm
Work on
saying?
it. You just work on it.
Yeah,
man.
it's just you don't want to practice. We always ask you to freestyle, and then you be like, nah.
Yeah.
I'm like, why? I was like, you can't catch up if you don't play. I'm like, get in.
Facts. And like it all depends, but Juice WRLD, like, I don't know, man. I think that nigga had more talent than like just more straight natural talent than any rapper we've seen so far. Just from like just straight natural talent, I don't think I've seen anybody on his level. Like close, I can say Wayne for just straight natural talent. There are niggas who have
wait. To be honest, I'm not gonna lie. Wayne got it like that. Like he'd be dropping legitimate bars. Like
for sure.
Some crazy off the wall metaphors. I'm like, yo,
I wouldn't say that is his natural talent. I would say
I think that,
a lot of that is him writing and editing and getting better at it with time.
He doesn't. He says he never writes, and everybody who's ever like been with Wayne has confirmed the nigga just goes in the booth and just starts smoking and spitting shit. Like that is how he is.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
That is why everybody compares him to like they'd be like, no, like 08 Wayne. That is what he did. He would just walk into the booth, start smoking, and then like go crazy.
Yeah. Personally, if I'm just going off straight natural talent, in my opinion, I got to give it to Juice. I haven't seen anybody yet on that level.
Yeah, and Wayne got it like that.
I can definitely put Wayne up there also. Like, I'm not going to disagree with anybody who says Wayne, you know what I'm saying? But I just think that we have suffered a big loss losing Juice WRLD. That nigga was just
a talented motherfucker
who touched a lot of lives and wanted the shit more than anyone else and was able to finally, like, this nigga literally was living his dream. If you listen to his old music, like Juice the Kid music, bro, like, he is literally doing what this nigga dreamed of. Even listening to Goodbye Good Riddance, this nigga just wanted a relationship he could fully, like, invest himself in. And then even him and his girl, like, everything this nigga wanted, he worked for and got it and was living his dream and was happy as fuck every day, knowing that he was waking up doing what he decided he was going to do with his life, which is like the biggest like Cinderella story ever. Like nigga was living his Cinderella story. And then like in his, not even in his prime, like still growing, like still going up the hill, reaching his peak, just done.
It happened so fast too.
So nigga didn't even have 2 years. Didn't even have 2 years.
The occasion was just weird though. Like,
yeah, to wake up that morning to that shit, bro.
well, I mean, like not even that, but just like being in like his perspective, like the way he just went out was just not.
Dude, one thing that haunts me, and like I've always been an overthinker, and at the same time, you guys got to remember, I've never lost like a family member or friend or somebody close to me. So the closest thing to this has been Juice WRLD for me, and I don't think that a day has gone by that I have not wondered what his last thoughts were. Like I would give everything just to know what he was thinking in those last couple moments, like when he felt like he was going to die.
I often wonder that, like, just for people in general. Like, I was wondering what Kobe and his daughter would would have been thinking, as the helicopter crashed.
Probably felt a lot of hate.
Who knows?
'Cause-
But who knows?
You could never know, because Kobe could have called the shot, like, go there. Like, why are we stopping? Go there.
But
And
like
Kobe could have called the shot, and
Juice's
then
instance, like all his songs, most of his songs, it's like him talking about his addiction, how perks are gonna kill him, like these drugs are gonna ruin his life, and imagine living that, and you like you feel the high, like they're like this isn't normal, like you feel it, like this is gonna be the end.
But like for all I know, he could have been laughing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not like I don't want to. And a lot of times I kind of just guess what like regular people are thinking in regular life. I don't even like want to guess in this situation, but like he could have been like, "Ha, like, damn, this is crazy," or he could have been like, "I'm glad I got to do this," or he could have been like, "Fuck, it's over." Like I have no idea what could have possibly been going through his head.
I feel like my like default is just like on that brink of death. Everybody just is in pure panic mode because they're just trying to survive. So they're just like fear is just in their brain.
But like, who knows? It might have just
you
all
never know.
alleviated, and
Yeah.
just been like, "Damn, like, I'm happy I was able to live this life and do what I did." Could like, fuck, I want to be able to do it longer. Or it could have been like
I'm glad to even have made it here.
or like, haha, like, damn, I went out like I said I would. That's crazy.
The fucked up thing is I'm not trying to speak for him, but I think he probably thought, all right, I'm just gonna black out and I'll be back up in like a few
Yeah,
minutes.
That could have even been
Like you could. He probably went down and was like, "Please let me wake up in a hospital bed. Please let me wake up in a hospital bed."
Yeah.
Or he could. How do you know? Like he didn't, and he's just in another place now. He just woke up in a hospital bed in another universe.
It's possible. Like, I don't know. That whole thing is just so sad to me. Like, bro, listening to Man of the Year, that shit fucking tore me apart, bro. Like, damn.
Shit.
Because that's the only thing with like death. It's like fuck, bro. That's really it. Like I'm not gonna hear from this nigga again,
Bro, there's no revives, like no run it backs, no nothing.
There
like,
is slight running back, but we ain't got time for that no more. Not after like 30. You might have like 25 minutes of reboot time, but that's it.
No, when you're dead, you're
like,
dead.
No, I'm saying like your heart gets restarted, some shit like that.
That's not like, I don't count that as like death.
Oh, okay.
Like, yes, you are quote unquote dead, but when you're done, like, there's no running backs, there's no reboots, no revives, no let's get it again, no tryovers, no one up. Like, that's done. And it bothers me so greatly. Like, that is it. Like, in my mind, there is no, I will never meet Juice WRLD. I will never have a conversation with Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD will never record another song. And there is absolutely nothing I can do about it.
Shit. If you're listening at home, just, remember you got that time. Or don't remember if you don't want to, but just, come to terms with whatever religion you believe in. I personally think that, once the light is out, that's oblivion. Just come to terms. You'll be happy.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's just crazy and interesting.
It's only the life you live. Like, that's all you have. The life you live is the only space you get.
And it could be done whenever.
Yeah, like, your shit could be over tonight.
Yeah. Like, for all I know, like, shit could be cooked in the next 10 minutes. Like, I hope it's not. But, like...
You could be the one survivor of the podcast. We all could get in the car right now, just get hit by a truck.
Dude, it's possible.
It's crazy.
Like...
Life is short.
I'm saying, so just make sure you, like... I don't know, man. Just live it right. Like, even listening to...
Do with what you can with it. Like, that is my whole thing. Don't spend any day like, fuck, I could have. You had the whole day.
Bro, yeah, like...
Did it. Do it.
And just remember to, like, tell your people you love them. Like, stay positive. Like, even listening to Juice WRLD's album, like, during the time I was in, I don't know if you want to call it an argument, but me and my girlfriend were just, having issues or whatever. And, like, just listening to the album, I was just like, is this even worth it? Like, do I really want to argue right now? Like, I just, hit her with like, I understand, like, at the end of the day, I love you, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. And I'd say just, because at the end of the day, I could have put my head on that pillow and could have been it. Like, who knows?
Exactly. You could have never woken up, and then she would have known, like, yo, The last night I talked to him, he was mad at me.
Yeah, like
Shit,
and
that's-
there's nothing I can do about that for the rest of my life.
yeah. So I don't know. Just do your best to be 100% like tell everybody you love them, because you never know when your last conversation with anybody is. Like,
Shit.
for all I know, this could be the last pod that I'm on, or shit that our firework can blow up and kill us all. Like,
Yeah, we're definitely lighting that another time.
Yeah.
'Cause it's kind of late.
yeah, I mean it'd be like
Shit.
that sometimes.
But the album was solid.
I fucked with it. I would put it.
I'm glad you had your time on here, Juice World. I wish you would have had more though.
Hell yeah.
The crazy thing is, and niggas will crucify me for this, but I didn't feel this way about any other artist that died, even though it was sad. I didn't like reflect on life as much as this.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
When Peep died, bro, it hurt because I
never liked Peep's
I was
music.
listening to Peep as I found out that Peep was dead, and I'm like, what? Like, I'm literally listening to this nigga. I'm like, there's no way. And I go to like check his homie story, and his homie story low key had a clip on it. And it was like, let's go check in on Peep, and Peep is like slumped, and then it gets taken down like an hour later, and I was like, yo, was he dead on that bed just laying there?
I mean, it's possible, but like to what you were saying, Thomas, I agree with you. I've never like it.
Shit.
This has hit me harder than
X definitely shook me.
No,
X didn't hit me as hard either. I started listening to X maybe like a month before he died. I've been listening to Juice since my junior year of high school, potentially even my sophomore year. No, I think it was my junior year.
X only hit the way it did because it was like there was nothing. It was like he just died. There was nothing we could do about it, and it was literally just the truth. Someone pulled up on him and killed him, and that's that. The end of his story. We don't give a fuck about how good it could have been. Like, bah, bah, I want your shit. Like that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
Like, you pulled up to a nigga in a McLaren and stole, I don't even know what car he was driving. You pulled up on a nigga and you reached in and took his Louis bag and his life.
Pull up on Nipsey, just kill him in front of. What the fuck is wrong with you niggas, man?
Like what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, man. Shit, I don't know, man. Shit is just crazy.
To take somebody else's story from this is fucking crazy.
I just could never do it, man.
The
I think that
most
whole thing
precious
is just
gift.
ridiculous. Like, shit just really makes you like reflect and think back. Like, I mean, all of them are definitely sad, and all of them are sad in their own right. Juice has hit me harder than any of the other ones. Like, still RIP to everybody, but
Right.
like they just haven't hit me the same way. Like, I have no idea how long this Juice shit is gonna affect me the way that it has, because like that nigga is literally just like me.
Yeah.
Like, the Juice situation, bro, nigga grew up 20 miles from us. Nigga was born literally a month and 5 days after me. Like he
December 7th.
December 6th.
Oh,
Or yeah, December 6th. Like,
it's a month and 1 day after me.
yeah, a month and 1 day before you.
Oh yeah, before.
Yeah, like whatever. Anyway, like,
Fuck it.
that nigga is literally like, the way he dreamed is literally the same way I be dreaming about when I get to the shit. Like, and I've been listening to him since sophomore year of high school. Like, when I was in like my lowest times, I was listening to Juice WRLD. Like,
Shit.
that shit is just fucking wild, man. And then, bro, the part that fucked me up was, or like another thing that fucked me up listening to the album, is the clip that they took of him talking, like telling everybody like, you can do whatever you want in this world, like follow your dreams, was literally at the concert that I was at. Like, they took that clip from his concert that me and Vic were at the McDonald's whatever the fuck, Sound of Your City concert. Like, they took that exact clip from, and like that shit, like I
could
almost
imagine.
felt like that nigga was speaking to me, bro.
I
Like,
could imagine y'all felt a different feeling being there and listening to that back.
yeah, that shit was crazy. I don't know, man. Shit was wild. But yeah, that nigga's the GOAT. Shout out to Juice. I wish that nigga could have been here to keep going further, but I feel like we're all gonna remember you. We're all gonna keep your name. relevant. Like, yeah, that's all I got to say on the Juice situation.
Yeah. Good
R.I.P.
album.
everybody. R.I.P. Juice.
Love you all.
Nip,
forever.
Mac, Peep, X. It's sad that the list is so long. Pop.
That's another one that hurt because it was like that nigga just got started. Like,
I
Pop
didn't
Smoke
know
just
him at
got
the
started.
time. I actually hadn't listened to a single Pop Smoke song before he died.
Bro, imagine like a nigga who went from the trenches to a month later, like it has a song with Travis Scott.
Yeah,
Like-
and it's a different type of feeling. I feel like when you know they're dead and you're listening to their music, then like when they die, when like if Big Sean got killed, like when you've been listening to them for so long, like I was listening to Pop after he had already died, so it was a different type of feeling for me.
There was a weird moment on the Pop album. The baby was.
Well, you can't
on,
say Pop without the smoke. My bad.
Yeah, there was a weird moment on the Pop Smoke album where the baby was on the song, and somewhere like towards the end of the verse, he said, "Rest in peace to Pop," and he just killed all the immersion in the like. I'm supposed to be listening to this as if he's still alive, but you just killed that, and now we're thinking about how he's dead, and it made it feel like a cash grab, like they just threw him on there to cash in on the death.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't fuck with the way he said that. If they took that one bar out, that song would have been perfect, but they threw that in and it fucked it up.
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah, interesting situation. Does anybody else have anything left on Juice WRLD, his album, any of that? No. All right, we can get into our last big topic of the day. Try to get our energy back up. Whenever we talk about shit like that, like it always,
Yeah, it does kill the mood a little bit.
yeah, that always brings our mood down. All right, we're going to get into our last important topic of the week. We talked about it last week, and the moment that we've all been waiting for. Jada Pinkett Smith and Will Smith have sat
Pinkett.
down. Not Pickett, but Pinkett Smith have sat down on the Red Table Talk and spoken about August Alsina and their relationship.
We knew it was true.
There is indeed some truth to the mysteries that August Alsina has spread throughout media in the last couple of weeks.
Tell him.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Who?
Say how full
Who?
name.
J. Delissa Neen Madison.
Jada Smith. The Jada Smith.
She has admitted to having a relationship with August Alsina. However, she has said that this relationship did not happen so her and Will were married at the time, but they were separated for a period of time in which she refers to as the entanglement. And during the entanglement, her and August Alsina were together. However, they have both denied that Will ever gave August his blessing for them to, I don't know, be together with him there. Apparently Will and Jada were split up for a period of time, and yeah, that's what went down. But yeah, I don't know what he was saying with him and Will sat down to have a conversation or any of that, because they said that never happened.
Yeah, that was cap.
Yeah, she said that she understands where he was coming from with that, and that maybe he was just trying to say that like I wasn't a home wrecker. Like it was the situation was not I came in and fucked with their marriage. I think she said that that's what she thinks he was trying to portray with that statement. But yeah, sound like cheating to me.
Yep.
Keep it a bean. Like,
No.
that's not cheating.
I think she was in the right. Because if they took a break or whatever, then he is not entitled to give him permission to get with his wife or whatever.
No, I agree with
they
that
were
1,000%. At the end of the day, I can't give anyone else's consent for them. Like that's not how shit works. However, if we're married, yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
you cheated.
no.
Sorry, it's cooked.
Yeah, there's no other like way to say it. That is adultery.
Yeah, unless we are like, unless we sit down and are like, look, we're gonna take a break. We're still married, but we're still gonna sleep with other people. I don't know if that happened. They didn't say. But if we're just ain't seen each other in a while because we got a big ass house, like we got multiple cribs and we ain't seen each other for a couple months, you do not have permission to go sleep with August Alsina. No.
Maybe we weren't getting along at the time and you were angry at me. Maybe you were staying at a different house. Do we still, that piece of paper is still there, right?
Yeah. Like,
You cheated on me. There's nothing more to say. Like,
Unless
no,
we
had the entanglement.
What a
Nay,
weird
nigga,
way
we
to say
like-
it.
unless we had if we're married and we had unless we've had an explicit conversation saying we are going to sleep with other people, you're cheating. Until we get a divorce paper or have had that conversation, that's cheating. In my mind.
I mean, Will should have saw it coming. He should have saw the photos. The photos are damning evidence.
I'm sure he might have, but like at the same time, that's gang.
Damning.
Nah, those photos aren't gang. Those photos are I'm fucking your wife.
No, yeah. Those photos were like, we've done something.
Yeah.
There's like, nah, she's
There
like,
picture them like kissing or whatever.
no, they're just like posted up, and then she got like the bonnet on. It's weird.
It's
It's weird. Like, that's not a photo unless you were like in her room while she was like posted type shit.
Yeah.
So like, there's no way if you get a picture like that, that is like you have been in her room for quite a while.
Wow. I didn't know anything about that, but I don't know, man. Jada, look, I used to be champion Will and Jada. Like, they used to be
Well, I don't
my
know if that was
marker.
directly her in the photos.
Like, they used to be my marker for like a successful relationship. I used to be like, yo, I'm trying to be like Will and Jada.
Well, that's
No longer.
Everybody was trying to
No
be like
longer am I trying to be like Will and Jada. I need to find a new, like, top dog black couple.
that.
Like,
Shit, I don't know if that exists, bro.
I don't know.
He really did throw a loot ball for everybody.
Yeah.
Like, because everybody was like, well, like, they were so perfect from the outside.
I'm saying.
And it's like, she really was fucking on somebody else just because it's like, yo, we were not seeing eye to eye. I'm like, for you to tell me like you're going to see somebody else, like that would be it for me. Cause like that means like you don't even know if you want to be with me directly anymore. Like you're back to square one.
Yeah.
So it's quiet. Like you. Oh no, I just needed time to find myself. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were looking at somebody else and you were like, yo, this might work better.
Damn.
Oh, like that is. I'm not
Damn.
fucking with
That's
it.
deep.
Right, nigga. That was
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, like I'm not fucking with that shit. I've been said it. I'm like, yo, if it comes down to like, yo, I'm thinking about cheating on you, we might as well not be in a relationship. I'm not fighting for that. I'm looking for other things. If I'm looking for other things, then I'm not with you anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Shit. Yeah, that shit is different.
There's no way you could justify cheating to me. Like,
No, yeah,
well,
I don't think that can ever be justified.
Yeah, you could never directly tell me like, hey, it was a set of circumstances. No.
That
You had a moment of weakness and you showed that you truly don't know if you want me.
Nah, bros. If someone is abusing someone else, I could justify cheating.
break up.
No. If there's abuse involved,
If the person is like, "I'm gonna kill you if you
That's not
Call a
cheating.
divorce.
That's not cheating. That is not
you're
cheating.
out of the relationship.
Nigga,
You
yeah.
have told that motherfucker like you don't want this
Yeah,
anymore.
I don't call that cheating,
is-
nigga. Like
that's not cheating. That if you're
being
actively
held
looking
hostage,
for somebody
that's
else,
different.
yeah, if you're actively looking for somebody else, it's not cheating anymore. You're single. You're single and somebody is
I see.
stalking you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if it's a situation like that and it's like an abusive situation, I don't even think you
But
can
that's-
even call that cheating.
That's not cheating.
Because like you're being held, you don't want to be there. Like you've already said, like I'm not trying to be here. Nah, fuck you. You staying. Like that's not cheating because it's like yo, I tried to dip and y'all niggas wouldn't. Like it's cooked.
like I'm not even looking for love with this motherfucker anymore. Like I'm past him
Yeah, but if everybody's thinking we're blessed in this situation,
or her.
yeah. If we're both thinking we're blessed in this situation and I go dip and do something else, like that's cheating. There is no way around it and there's no excuses for it. Like,
Yeah, I had sex with her. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like that is 100%. Like yeah, you blew it. You blew it. Like there. I really can't say anything else to you. You blew it, and that's that.
Yeah.
I could sit here and argue all day, like, hey, she might have had the justice. She wasn't getting what she needed. Blah 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 blah. You cheated. Like I'm not hearing it. If you aren't getting what you need, speak up.
Shit, mission accomplished for him though. He ran up his
For
place.
August Alsina?
Yeah.
Yeah, like low key. He was like, yo, I got my truth out there. It is the truth. You know it's the truth, and that's that.
And run my shit up.
Yeah.
And I need a couple bands.
Yeah, niggas been playing his shit too. I don't think he would have got played. I've seen his shit on a lot of people's Snapchat stories.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got played.
And I don't think he would have got them plays if he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like his marketing team was A1 on
His
that
marketing
shit.
team was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Run it. Throw her in the mud. Or do you still hang out with her? Nope. Let's go. Let's go, nigga. Like, extra milli. We're doing it.
They
You're about to
definitely
do
wearing
it
the bands
big.
up on that one. So shout out to August Alsina.
He better put some of his best work on that motherfucker, though.
I think he did. The people fucked with it.
I gotta listen.
How do y'all think this is gonna affect Will and Jada's relationship? Or do you think it will? Or
Put a
if
chink
it
in the
has
armor.
already?
Put a chink in the armor. The same as like when Meek said Drake didn't write his bars. Same when like through everybody Beyonce with Lemonade, chink in the armor. Everybody has that one, but she claimed it.
Hold on.
She put like a shield over the chink though. She like claimed it was like, yo, it is what it is.
Yo,
but I'm past that.
I forgot something that we gotta talk about real quick. God damn, how the fuck did I forget this? Speaking of Beyonce, did y'all hear any Beyonce news this week?
No.
There are.
She's
This is a
running
big
for
one, guys.
president.
No, there's a big one, guys. This is a big one. I don't know how y'all missed it. There are claims
Oh boy.
that Miss Beyonce Knowles is not Miss Beyonce Knowles. She is, in fact, Anne Marie Latrace, and she is a white Italian who has been masquerading as a black woman for all this time because she would be received better as a black singer than an Italian singer. That has been going around.
Is there like good evidence?
No.
She's still cast though.
No.
Oh.
There's no evidence. It was literally like the mayor of like Oklahoma or some shit. Okay, don't quote me on that. It was some politician of some state that was like, yeah, nigga, like, I'm telling y'all, Beyonce is not black. She is Italian, and she has been faking being black all this time. And yeah, I Googled it. People have been saying this for years, apparently, and nobody has. Like, I looked it up just to find more information on what this nigga said. And articles from like 2009, like 2014 were coming up. Like, Beyonce is actually Anne Latrace. Like, she's not black. Like, people have been saying this for a minute.
That is weird.
Yeah, that shit is fucking crazy. I think she is black. Like,
I hope.
I'd have to see what they're talking about before I can like say
it's
anything.
not. There's not very much base on it. I from what I looked up, it's not that real.
Hot sauce in my bag swag got a lot. It's gonna get a lot more racist. If that was
So
not-
the dude's claim actually talked about that song specifically, and I don't remember what he said, but he was saying that hot sauce in my bag was some type of analogy or sign for like a certain group of people that she's like carrying like this type of, you know, whatever, like
You could say that about anything though.
no, for sure. That's why it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But he was like, that's like a sign, like hot sauce is like the term for this plaque that she keeps in her purse, like that represents I'm actually with the Templars or what, you know what I'm saying?
What
Like,
the fuck?
oh my god,
it wasn't Templars. Like, that was just the only thing
Yeah.
that popped
I'm
up in
an
my mind.
assassin.
That was the only thing that popped up in my mind. But yeah,
Jay-Z
like,
is secretly an assassin.
That would
and-
make sense. The Italian assassin and Assassin's Creed took place in Italy, right?
yeah.
The first few. So it makes sense. Beyonce is Italian.
She's a Templar.
She's Anne Latrace.
Yeah. She's
Right.
Anne Latrace.
Bro, that shit is hilarious to me, bro. Do you know how devastating that would be to all Beyonce, like every black girl in the world? Like,
That would shake.
that would shake the fabric of the universe.
Yeah.
Like,
That would
fuck.
bro. That fucked me up, and I don't even
Bro,
listen
that
to
would
Beyonce.
fuck me up if Beyonce would. Like, why white people can't let us have nothing? We
Yeah.
can't even have Beyonce? Like,
Hot sauce in my bag swag just got a whole different meaning. She white. I'm finna be angry.
at least she's seasoning her food.
Hey, no.
That's lit.
No, and she's been cultural appropriating for years. And I'm sick.
That's more than cultural
I-
appropriation. That's I don't even know what to call it. Like, she finessed her way in. Like,
She's like the lady who was the leader of the NCAA.
that
Yeah,
was
yeah.
fucking crazy.
NAACP.
What was her name? Like Ann Dolezal or some crazy
Yeah,
shit?
and it was like, these are your
Rachel
parents.
Dolezal.
Rachel Dolezal.
That's why I would have
And
to
they
see
are
the
white.
evidence, because this shit has happened before.
I don't think, but nah. The evidence I looked up,
When I saw that shit, bro, I was like, there's no way. I was sitting there and she's a white woman.
That's crazy.
No.
It's different if you are a white person and you are the leader of like a local march in your town. She was the NAACP. If anybody is supposed to know black people, it is the National Alliance something colored
The
people.
National Association.
For the advancement.
Advancement of color. If anybody knows, it should be them. And she finessed the sis. And the crazy thing was, it wasn't even a finesse, because it seemed like she really believed it. Like, she was in it. Like, she was like, even after, either she was a good actor or she was really like, no, I am black.
I
Like,
think somewhere down the line, she like merged into that idea. That happens to a
if you
lot
try to
I
convince
imagine,
yourself
like-
of something for long enough, you're
Yo,
going to start believing it. You
like
know?
people will prepare. Well, that has nothing to do with this, but you can prepare for a polygraph test if you like actually drill
Yeah.
that shit into your head. For
If
a
you
week
method
before.
act hard enough,
Yeah.
like, you'll start to believe it. Like nigga who played Joker.
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger. Yeah, like, nigga started to really get his.
He method acted himself into madness.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, you can get lost in it.
when he blew up the hospital, they say he literally like was supposed to do that like 45 steps further. He was not supposed to blow up it literally, like, when you see the people jumping shit in the background, it's cause he hit that bitch early. And he did that on purpose. He
Wait,
was like,
they-
"Oh, I wanted like."
he was the one who actually hit the
Yeah,
button.
they put him
like
in charge of that. What the
They
fuck?
actually gave that nigga the button because it's like he was.
That sounds like a terrible
I was like,
idea.
"Yo," I was like, "What the fuck?" And it was like,
insane. They gave the actor the only nigga who I could think to trust with that is
I don't know if that's completely true though. I don't know if that's complete.
the only nigga I'm
like,
trusting with that shit is the lead of Pyrotechnics from Malcolm Inc. Danico's man. Any other nigga, no.
Yeah.
Should not be
Either
touching the
way,
buzzer.
he used to like walk around the set and all of that shit, like
Yeah.
super jokered out. Like the nigga was in character and he had been in character for months.
That's how you got to do it. You know the scene where the Joker like walks into the ball and he, Rachel, the character, like the love interest of Batman.
Yeah.
He like grabs her face and like holds the knife up to her face, and she's like squirming and looking around.
Yeah.
She had never seen him in like the costume and makeup until then, so she did not know who the fuck that guy was. So they recorded that and kept the reaction live, and she didn't want to look at him. That's why, look at me. And he was like, that was actually real. That shit was actually
Was that
scary.
planned?
No, it was
No.
not planned.
But like, were they like, she ain't
No.
never seen this nigga? Like,
No.
he about to get the jump on
No.
him.
No.
Nigga was just like, let's get it.
Yeah, they
He
just
got right into it. Like that's just how it is.
like that is actually a fact. You can look that up. Like that is real. And if that shit happened to me, I'm off the set. You give me my check or not, I'm just off this bitch. Fuck the Dark Knight. This shit is not worth it.
Man, that shit is crazy. So if Beyonce is actually white, I hope she's not, man.
She's been method acting for years and she's killing
I
it.
think it's cap, bro. Because if it was true, the news would have been out years ago.
Well, it has been out apparently.
Yeah, it's
it
been out
wasn't
for a
mainstream,
while.
but yeah, like I googled and found articles from like 2014, like 09, like old ass articles, and they used the same name. They for real saying Anne Latrace or some shit like that along those lines. Like, but there's like the evidence is very weak, and if you see Beyonce's dad, he is black. Like that is a black man. Her mom.
You got to argue.
Look, you could argue that her mom could maybe, if you really splitting hairs, not be black. Same with Beyonce. If you really splitting hairs looking at her, you can say that maybe she's a really dark Italian. Like, and that's still like a stretch. Like that's still.
Yeah, I feel like that's still a reach.
Yeah, that's still a reach. But like, if you really were like trying to throw the Hail Mary, you could at least toss it. Ain't nobody gonna catch it, but you could throw that bitch. Like, her dad is black. There's no argument about it. Like, there's nothing you can do about it.
That's an African man. He's of African descent.
Yeah, there's nothing, like, you can't even split hairs. Like, you're not even getting a pass off for that Hail Mary trying to say that he's not black.
Yeah.
Like, no. But basically, we got super off topic from our original Will and Jada conversation. But yeah, that shit is wild. I wonder how their relationship. I wonder if their kids knew anything about it and what that conversation was like talking to Jaden and Willow and Trey.
That's probably weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Wait, which one is Trey?
Dude, that's like nobody knows about that nigga, but that's their oldest son.
Oh, that's the big guy you occasionally see in the photos.
Every once in a while, you might see Trey, but that nigga be undercover, bro.
I fuck with it though. I respect that. I'd be undercover too.
He moves slight. Like,
is he both of their children?
No, I think he might.
I think he's just Will's child, maybe.
Will's son.
Yeah, maybe that's why he don't get promoted as heavy.
That's tough. That would be so tough. Like, Will Smith's my dad, but I don't really get to flex it. Everybody would be like, come on, Trey, you're just some random nigga with the last name Smith. I'm not believing that. Yeah. You're just paid. You're paid. No, they'd be like,
nigga
no,
at school,
Will
like,
Smith
no, I'm
is
Will Smith's son. That's my dad.
Look. It is a picture of him with Will Smith. Nigga, you got that at Disney World.
Durr. Everybody watches Shark Tales in Spanish class. They're like, no, that's my dad. Shut up, Trey.
Shut up, Will Smith the third. Isn't he like the dirt?
Now that you say it, he probably is. That's
like,
probably why it's called Trey.
I'm like, shut up, bro. We don't believe it. Damn.
Oh my God, man.
I don't know what his name is, so I could be making that up. So
if it is, that shit is
that
hilarious.
would be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm Trey, but don't nobody actually know me. If somebody showed me a picture of Trey Smith right now, like out of context, I probably wouldn't be like, oh
like,
yeah,
who's that guy?
That's Trey Smith.
Yeah,
he kind of looks like Will Smith. That's weird.
I probably, if someone showed me that picture out of context, I wouldn't know. I know Jaden. I know Willow.
I don't think I would know Willow now. I have not seen her in so long.
I know what Willow looks like. You'd know Willow if you saw her.
Okay.
Yeah, like you definitely know. She's bald though. She cut all her hair off again.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. She cut it off when she was younger too. Bro, she is a boss. She is the GOAT. For the Whip My Hair Back and Forth tour, she told Will and was like, Dad, not really fucking with this. Like, this is not my shit. Not really rocking with this tour performing thing. He was like, I get that. You've made promises, like we have shit lined up, like you gotta finish it. And he said the next day she woke up and walked into the room and had cut all her hair off. And that was the end of the tour. You cannot have the Whip My Hair tour bald. Can't do it. And he was after she did that, he was like, fuck it, like checkmate, you win, tour's over. Like, cause if her resolve is that strong, like, that she was willing to just like, Dad, I don't want to do this. And he was like, I know, I'm sorry, but we made promises. She was like, fuck it. Zzz. What I could not make my child do this shit after that. I'd be like, yo, good one. Like, GG. Yeah. That's you.
I'll call the guy.
Right.
And she's like, what? For real? Yeah, I gotta call the guy. Fuck.
It's like, that's it. Like,
good move.
Like, right. Like, you clearly didn't want to do it.
Like, you just showed me, like, you don't want to go. Like, I really can't force you to do this shit no more. Like, what, I'm going to make you put on a wig?
That's definitely a dub. Like,
that's a lot of money.
She bodied that shit.
Fuck it. I'm like, you definitely don't want to do that shit. We're out of here, man.
For sure, man.
All right, then. Let's go home.
Like, get somebody else to do it. I don't know. Like some shit.
Look at Jaden. You want to do it? Like,
you still got your hair. Like, you want to whip your hair back and forth? I bet. Fuck it.
He cut his shit. It was like, nay.
Nah, then it's done. Then Will can do it. Yeah.
Shit, Will gonna be shaking his fade back and forth.
I whip my fade back and forth. I whip my fade back and forth.
Fade.
Start rapping on that bitch. I never liked that song anyway, though.
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah. All right. This has been a ridiculously long podcast. We're at like, what, 2 hours? Some shit like that. Like, it's been some pretty good content. I don't know. I'm kind of rocking with the night podcasts. I feel like it brings a different energy. I thought that we might be sleepy, like energy down bad. Vic struggling in the back.
Hitting me now, bro.
Yeah, Vic
not even alive, bro. These last 10 minutes, dog, I've been zoning out.
I'm feeling good. I'm cooling. Like,
hey man, I'm chilling. It's just a little hot in here.
Yeah, I don't know. Night podcasts might be the move. We might have to change the schedule up, change things up a little bit. Like, keep niggas awake, bro. Like, I don't know. I fuck with it.
It's more free.
Yeah, it feels more free. Niggas is just more chill. I'm hungry, but if a nigga had eaten, I think I would have.
Yeah, I would have been fine.
Yeah, I think I would have kept it 1,000. Vic is kind of tired, but if we find a way to keep him up, other than that, we'd be good. I'll call up Danico's man. He can bust the fireworks outside, keep you up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
keep you on your toes too.
Yeah.
It might ruin the podcast a little bit, but we'll be fine. So,
man, I trust my head of Pyrotechnics.
Well, I don't really care about like overtime.
Shit'll be busting. That's lit. I'm with it. We can treat it like background music.
Gonna instantly think we're in the hood with it. Like,
shit, we used to be, but we came up.
Definitely was in the hood with it. Yeah, a long way.
We didn't come a long way from the hood. Not even that, like, what, 6 blocks? But shit, still come ups.
Maybe like a mile or two from the hood. But we're lit, though.
Yeah, you know the vibe. So, yeah, this has been a long podcast. We're not going to do any questions because we gave y'all 2 hours worth of fire content, top tier content, some of the best content we done ever given y'all. So, yeah, I think that's where we're going to end it out. Oh, shit, we don't have a song. Thomas, you want to sing something? You want to sing something to finish it off?
My voice is kind of shot, but I'll give it a shot. Damn, I don't know any lyrics of the Juice WRLD album off the top of my head.
Just sing anything. Make up something. Sing a quick freestyle. Opera style, if possible.
Fuck, I'm on the spot. Chris, punch me in.
All right. I'm going to just say goodbye to everybody.
Bro, last podcast.
I'm tired.
Oh, my God.
See you too, and I'll see you tomorrow.
See you too, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're out of here, boys.
Oh, man. No, but real talk. Anybody got a song to end it out with? No.
How about we do a quartet?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, right. What the fuck was you doing in the tenor? You went high as hell. Nigga hopped in the tenor spot. Can I handle this?
I got
you the bass, nigga. Right. Like, I don't even feel like that should be an issue.
Okay, one more time.
Like that.
Goodbye. You was off key.
Hold on.
Goodbye.
And you gotta hold your shit longer.
Go ahead.
Do it again.
Goodbye.
Off timing, nigga. Damn. All right, fuck it. We ended this bitch out. We don't know what song we gonna play. We gonna play some shit right here. We'll catch y'all later. Goodbye. Get on time. All right, good. Goodbye.
See y'all later.
We out.
I'm taking drugs and just keep the pain away. Told all my niggas stay solid, don't fade away. I'm trying to stack this shit up for a rainy day. God watching over me, no I ain't pray today. All of these thoughts in my head, gotta meditate. Romeo Wood and I swear that I elevate. I do not need you at all. My niggas is waiting at the Maven gate. I'm taking drugs and just keep the pain away. Told all my niggas stay solid, don't fade away. I'm trying to stack this shit up for a rainy day. God watching over me, no I ain't pray today. All of these thoughts in my head, gotta meditate. Romeo Wood and I swear that I elevate. I do not need you at all. My niggas is waiting at the Maven gate. My heart so cold and my shit so broke, but when I see you with Mel, do the shit on on my own, yeah, all on my own. I ain't never need help, can't trust nobody, can't change for nobody, we all gon' die by ourselves. All of them losses I took, it made me a better man, now I'm a champ like I'm Phelps. These demons I got on my shoulders keep following me, say that she love me, she wanna be a part of me. Study the game just like it's astronomy, said I wouldn't make it, but I'm an anomaly. Please don't disturb me, don't think about bothering, I'm in that mode, guarantee ain't no stopping me. I got the best so the people come shot me, stay down till you come up, then you hit the lottery. I wish we ain't had to pick up when the majors keep calling. I'm on my own 2 feet now. I remember I was crawling. I remember days we ain't had shit. Now Roddy Rich a nigga ballin'. And even if these niggas hating on me, I'ma get money regardless. I'm taking drugs and just keep the pain away. Told all my niggas stay solid, don't fade away. I'm tryna stack this shit up for a rainy day. God watching over me, no I ain't pray today. All of these thoughts in my head, gotta meditate. Romeo Wood and I swear that I elevate. I do not need you, I do not need you at all. My niggas is waiting at the Melvin Gates. I'm taking drugs and just keep the pain away. Told all my niggas stay solid, don't fade away. I'm tryna stack this shit up for a rainy day. God watching over me, no I ain't pray today. All of these thoughts in my head, gotta meditate. Romeo Wood and I swear that I elevate. I do not need you, I do not need you at all. My niggas is waiting at them having gates.